welcome to the Trigger Podcast.
No.
And so, I've been very chill lately because
That's good.
on YouTube yesterday, what was it? I looked at this podcast, and I saw Pharrell. Pharrell has a podcast. Did y'all know that?
No, I didn't.
No.
So he has a podcast. It's very like, and I love Pharrell, so I enjoyed it. And so I looked on the podcast, and they had these like random guests and rappers, singers, and it's the most chill podcast you will ever hear.
I mean, it has Pharrell, so I feel like they're just like sipping coffee all the time and just like
Pharrell's just like, well, do you like any good music today? Like, yeah, good. Well, that's really happy for it.
Really
yeah,
happy
it's just
for
like
you.
it's very like I like it. It's very relaxed. Like it's a podcast where you can sleep to, like.
What's it
in
called?
the background. I think I Am the Other One. Something other.
I am not a human being.
Something the other one. I don't know.
This
It's on Pharrell's Twitter bio, and that's it.
This sounds super sponsored because that's how we started the show. Like, I found this really good podcast. Yeah.
It's just very that'll explain why I'm like so chill. You know,
Pharrell made you chill.
We're gonna get him triggered.
Pharrell's
Easy.
made me chill. So today I tweeted saying
Enjoy it while it lasts, Bellinghausen.
What's What'd you say?
Your chillness. I said enjoy it while it lasts.
Oh, I guess.
Oh.
I guess.
Yeah.
So on Twitter, I
Sorry.
tweeted the whole like, if you have any questions for us or any topics, tweet us. And so a couple people have tweeted us. The first one was, what was it? Ryan?
Yeah,
Ryan.
Why is it?
Ryan Ritterbuck.
Why is it spelled that way?
It's his name.
Ask his
Is
mom.
that his thing?
I didn't name
Yeah.
him.
Oh, okay. Well, what did he ask? Is he the NASCAR one?
No, it was 10 reasons why cheerleading's not a
Oh.
sport. So we're getting started right
I
off of the
don't
bat.
know about 10 reasons.
No.
I
Let's
could give one.
Let's just argue like,
Is
is
it a sport?
cheerleading a sport or not?
Yeah.
I'll be the mediator. You guys can
I mean,
Wait.
do you need a mediator?
No.
Do you agree that it? What do you think?
I'm indifferent. Like it's not worth bringing up because someone's gonna argue with you and try to fight you.
Yeah, someone will try to fight. But all right, so I'm not like a cheerleading like history major. I don't know like
Really?
the history,
Yeah.
but I would assume that it was like invented for like halftime of football games. That sounds
yeah.
I can
like,
look it up.
I can agree.
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna spend.
No.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
and so it was intentionally not intended to be a sport originally, and when it is trying to be a sport, it's based off of judges and like how they like view, like it's not like you can argue who wins, whereas like baseball, it's like someone or the runner, gets to home plate. Or football, they cross the end zone, and so it's like there's definitive reasons why a team will win in a sport, whereas like cheerleading's judged.
Just to kind of play devil's advocate. What about in those like cheering competitions where they're like?
Well, yeah,
That's the way
that's
it's about
judged.
judge.
That's judged.
So then that way
that's
it's a sport.
based.
Is
No,
it still not a sport?
because no.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm not
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But no,
It's not a sport officially.
it's officially.
Really?
Stamp it. Put
Wow.
it there.
Wait,
I think-
were you the one who was saying it was a sport?
No.
Okay, good.
That's just
that's
the
why
question.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
I mean, I think cheerleading is now a sport because, like you said, it was not for being a sport. It was for entertainment. It was for halftime. It was for like, weren't the Showtime Laker cheerleaders like the first?
Oh, the Cowboys. I think.
Cowboys.
The
The
Cowboys.
Showtime Lakers were the first NBA cheerleaders. The Cowboys, they were the first
like just
NFL
dancers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it just like happened to be a sport.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's evolving
It
and it's
oopsed its way
changed.
into a sport.
It like,
Yeah.
oh, we can make money off of this, and then that's just how.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not athletic and like
Oh yeah.
a ton of stuff that I couldn't do, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of those.
it's evolving to a sport.
It's a sport. It's one of those like arguments we had a lot in junior high for some reason. I feel like
Oh yeah, that's
When you were like
with
kind
girls,
of flirting with the girl
I
who was a
guess.
cheerleader, and you're just like, you're not a sport. Whatever.
I
you're
guess.
not a sport. You're a person.
All right. Shout out to Ryan_12 on Twitter. You can give him a
Yes.
follow if you want for that question. You got another one?
That's it.
No.
What was your
BJ.
what's your final answer?
Oh.
Cheerleading.
No.
It's not a sport.
No.
All right, so
I mean,
According-
it's turning into.
My
what is
thing-
your answer now?
I
Is
say
it a sport?
I say no just because
No.
it's
yes.
judges
All right,
based.
well-
All right. Shiloh's trying to get in nice with the ladies.
According to the Trigger Podcast, it is not a sport. All right, so the second tweet we have received, it was our second or last tweet, mentioned by @BJ underscore
Bowie.
Buie? B-U-I-E.
Yeah, we were on the same
BJ
6th grade basketball team.
B-U-I-E.
Shout out BJ.
His name is Judson Buie.
Bowie.
Bowie.
Just told you.
he asked, what's more athletic, golf or NASCAR?
All right, so I
It's
thought
pretty
about
simple
this
to
a
me.
lot today,
I kinda
actually.
did too.
Okay.
All right, so recently, I just did some go-karting with these 60-mile-per-hour go-karts. That was really hard.
60
Really?
mile per hour
Go-kart? Yeah,
Jeez.
I thought I was going to die. I was like, man, I'm rolling this thing
I'm
over.
gonna die.
I don't know if there was any athleticism involved while I was doing this, but I was really scared.
See,
So-
what makes it it's not like you said what takes more skill, because that would be super hard, because
Yeah.
both take a lot of
Yeah.
skill, obviously. But he said more athletic, and
athletic.
that's hard, because neither is you have to be an athlete to do both,
Yeah.
but neither is overwhelmingly
That's a
athletic.
wide definition of athlete,
Yeah.
So
None you're going to go home and be like, oh, the next morning.
Well, golf.
golf,
you could.
yeah. Tiger tore his back up.
Yeah,
playing
Tiger
golf.
is like an anomaly though.
Tony Romo had to quit golf for a while when he hurt his back.
Yeah.
Um,
There's a lot of torque that's on your back when you're,
Yeah.
Did we just
swinging.
accidentally answer the question? Is golf more athletic?
Nah, not to me.
Not to you?
I think NASCAR because
Okay.
the thing about it, do you see 60-year-olds or 70-year-olds driving NASCAR?
They go pretty. They
yeah.
go pretty late into
I
their
don't
career.
know about
Not
60s
60.
or 70s.
Well, I mean, 60 and 70-year-olds aren't on the PGA tours.
Yeah,
They
they
have
are.
senior
I guess what you
tournaments.
could say is, do retired golfers go to NASCAR?
No.
No.
People in their 60s and 70s,
They can still play
They're
golf.
good
these
at golf.
days.
Like
but the
Tom
60
Watson,
and 70-year-olds.
does Tom Watson ring a bell with the last 5 years of golf? Whatever. He was a
Bubba
70-year-old.
Watson does.
Well, there was this dude named Tom Watson who was a 70-year-old who had 2 top 5 finishes in major events in 2013.
yeah, I remember that.
Can we count that though, or is it an anomaly?
Yeah, you could say that, but that's
You're saying there's no
See, but-
60 or 70-year-olds jumping into
They're-
NASCAR races?
Is
Yeah.
he the LeBron James of the golf world?
it's because to me in NASCAR you use arm muscles. You're in a NASCAR race for 3 to 4 hours.
You're golfing
Constantly.
for 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah, but you
A lot of
ride.
a lot of
you,
torque.
You ride
a lot of torque on your
go-karts
back.
in between.
Fun. There's torque in
butts.
cars too.
You ride
The golf carts.
golf carts 10 miles an hour, whee, and then
Are you falling?
whee, and then so it's just constant
Do you have to say "we" while you're driving?
yeah.
Required.
And then there's that one dude named Angel Cabrera
Bless
who
you.
smokes cigarettes during golf. He's just
Shiloh knows so much more about golf than I thought.
Yeah,
yeah. I watch the events. So final answer is NASCAR.
I say golf.
golf.
Dang.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
same.
Tiger
judge.
works out.
So
Yep.
Tiger
Alright.
lifts weights.
Yeah.
Shout out
So-
to BJ_Bowie.
Yeah,
for
so
that
those
question.
were
Thank
the
you.
2 Twitter questions we had. And just for future reference, tweet us any type of question,
Anything.
any topic, and we will discuss it.
You want us to tell
We
you how to
will-
make a loaf of bread?
Yeah,
We'll do
try.
our
we
best.
will discuss anything you want to do
At the Triggered Pod.
at the
At the
Trigger
Trigger
Pod.
Pod.
Yes,
Okay.
at the Trigger Pod.
It's literally right in front of my face. I don't know why I was questioning. Anyway, okay.
So
So into the kind of, we've missed quite a few things, I feel like, since our last podcast. What have we missed entirely? Did we talk about the Paul George trade, or had that happened yet?
No, we did not, because that didn't start until the night of free agency, and we recorded that
oh
the
yeah,
free agency podcast
you're right.
right before.
That's
'cause
right.
I mean, I was rewatching it, and I
forgot about
was
it.
like, we kind of just didn't even talk about Paul George because it was such a no one knew
We
what
were
was going to
tired of
happen
it.
to it, and then Oklahoma City just drops the bomb on the free agency night.
Yeah.
Comes out of nowhere and swoops him up for Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis.
For in terms of star power for Paul George, nothing. And you say you're not going to get
Oh yeah,
the
you
return back.
never get the return, but still, I don't know though. I mean, Oladipo is he can be a starting shooting guard. I don't think he'll ever be great, but he can be your number 2 or number 3 option. And
Sabonis should potential.
Sabonis was nice. He fell off at the end of the season, but that could just be a rookie wall.
Mm-hmm.
But no picks or
Yeah.
That's what was weird to me is because in super non-significant trades you see picks moved,
yeah.
and this is a top 10 player in the
Mhm.
NBA. Some would try to argue top 5, but they'd probably be wrong.
Yeah.
And no picks at all. And especially for a team that is, especially now, absolutely rebuilding, they got more. There's more money on their books now because they got,
Yeah, Oladipo costs more than Paul George.
Thank you. I'm struggling with words right now. And as a rebuilding team, you need picks.
Picks and calories. Or salary space.
Salaries, yeah.
You said calories.
I said, yeah. You need salary space.
Yeah.
And they don't have either one of those from that pick or that trade.
It was weird.
Very weird.
And a lot of, how convinced are y'all about from Oklahoma City's side? If I can compose myself and speak right.
Yeah.
From Oklahoma City side, people are like, oh, they're going to be great. They might be in the Eastern Conference Finals, all this stuff. But we saw it with KD. Granted, they're different types of players. KD kind of is more I'll create, I'll do this.
Yeah.
The same as Westbrook. And Paul George, I think percentage-wise, he makes more shots from catch and shoot than KD would. But I just don't see it working out. I see it being the same problem almost.
Well, I don't think, KD and Russ, everyone wants to talk about their problems, but they were still probably the best duo in the league when they were playing together. They made several Western Conference Finals. They made the finals one time. And they were a few injuries away from probably winning one at some point. Mm-hmm. And I think that Paul George combination is going to work really well. It'll be interesting to see if Russ and Paul George sign. I don't think they're going to sign 5-year extensions. I could see 2-year extensions just to
kind of feel it out.
Because why would they go play in LA in the middle of their primes on a rebuilding team? Whereas they can spend 2 years here, see as far as they can get, and then say, all right,
2 years there, 2 years here.
We're 30 years old now. Lonzo and Brandon are a few years in the league. Now we can go over there.
That's something Paul George talked about. I don't know if it was shortly before or shortly after he was traded. He was like, I don't want to be on a rebuilding team. I'm in the best years of my career, all this stuff. So why would he go right to the Lakers where it's the exact same?
Never believe a rumor saying that a star wants to play in LA.
Especially if Chris Broussard
or Ramona Shelburne.
Thank you. Say it, because either way,
everybody says it.
Every year, someone's going to Lakers.
Every year.
Yep.
So just kind of touching on that really quick. Do you think that's going to happen? Paul George to Lakers?
Honestly, no. I think the most likely thing is that Russ and Paul are going to sign a 2-year, max type extension, 2-year $60 million.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Russ was locked in for a little bit.
No, he's up for an extension.
Really?
And he kind of did the John Wall, right?
Did he sign last year when
he
KD
signed last year? Because there was a lot of questions.
He signed a short-term extension,
okay.
but he's up for another one he's kind of playing it, not signing it, doing the John Wall.
Yeah.
I was actually eating dinner when all this happened. I was eating, and then my dad was watching TV.
What were you eating?
I was eating green beans.
Nice.
And
just green beans?
Steak and green beans.
Okay.
Oh man.
Why leave out why start off with the green beans?
I mean, I love green beans, but
yeah. And so my dad was watching TV, and I was in the other room, and he got a notification. He was like, Paul George is traded to the Thunder. I was like, what? The Thunder? I didn't even fathom that.
Yeah.
I was very, very shook, very overwhelmed. I had to process it for 10 minutes. I was like, what is this?
Real quickly, so the Indiana Kevin Pitchard, I think is his name. He was really high on both Sabonis and Oladipo, and that's why he just went ahead and accepted the offer. But still, it's just a little odd that he didn't call Ainge and be like, "Hey, they just offered this. What do you want to offer?" Or just anyone else, really.
Just to kind of gauge interest.
Yeah.
The thing we keep hearing why didn't Boston make this move? Why didn't Boston make that move? I kind of think it's one of two things. It's either they're very clearly, and everyone's like, what are they doing? Are they going to compete now or later? I think it is showing. It's either they're showing they're going to compete later, or people know how many pieces they have, and they're like, I want more because they have more. So I want this pick, and that player, as opposed to Oklahoma City, who is kind of thrown together with Russell Westbrook.
Yeah,
they're like, they don't have as much, but we like this guy and this guy. We'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just we want this guy, this pick, that pick.
And also, if you're Kevin Pitchard, I just like the revenge theory that he's like, all right, you know what, Paul George, you don't want to play for a small market on a mid-tier playoff team. I'll send you to another small market mid-tier playoff team. How about that? You can go rot in Oklahoma City, and I don't have to play you 4 times a year in Boston.
Would you rather live in Oklahoma City or is there any
Indianapolis? I'd rather live in. I'll say Indianapolis. That's like basketball heaven.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's much bigger too.
Yeah.
Probably.
And you're very close to Chicago and Northeast.
Basketball Hall of Fame is probably around there somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just quickly, do y'all think it helps Oklahoma City get?
What did you
anywhere?
say? Better than the Rockets Spurs? Like, and that?
I wouldn't.
I think they're in the same category though, because maybe not the Spurs, but I think them and the Rockets can still compete for that third.
It'll be interesting.
But
I think
I only
they
see him,
could.
I only see him getting one spot, maybe 2 spots better,
Mm-hmm.
just because how tough the West is, and I just work it
Yeah.
out that well. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of just retouching on that
Yeah.
trade
So
real quick.
we can kind of just continue on with free agency. Just briefly mention a few like big things that happened. Timberwolves. We talked about last time them getting Jimmy Butler, and then kind of like shoring up the rotation, getting Jeff Teague and Carlos Boozer,
Yeah.
and I think they got Crawford also, right? Jamal Crawford.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
Taj Gibson.
Todd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have like
Very interesting.
very like
But then
good
again,
team.
the West.
it's the West. Oh my
That's what.
gosh.
That's what like sucks about all this. It's depressing.
At least one podcast I say, oh my gosh. I'm never
It's
But-
because like looking at that team, you're like.
I think
man.
theoretically they could compete with if Thibodeau has like the right coaching plan. Like this is going to be a big like a lot of ifs if he has the right coaching plan. If Wiggins takes a step forward, if Butler fits in well, they could potentially challenge the Warriors.
Yeah, I think
Because no one can guard Towns
Yeah.
on the Warriors.
I'm more of a pessimistic person when it comes to the trades
Yeah.
and stuff, and I think I'm glad you touched on it. I do think they could be a top 3 seed. Pretty
The Wolves.
Wolves, yeah.
Yeah.
Because their starting lineup's going to be, considering all goes well, which I feel it will. I think
Mm-hmm.
Butler will fit in fine. That starting lineup's crazy, and then the depth they add.
Yeah, they
Crawford, Taj
finally have
Gibson.
depth.
Because
Yeah.
Gibson is a good bench player.
Mm-hmm.
He was someone I was kind of like, okay, I wouldn't be against it if the Mavs brought him in. But that's a
He
really good
rebounds,
team.
plays defense. He's not going to score a lot, but
I
on
think
that
Gibson
team you
would
won't
actually
need.
start, like at the 4. I've seen lineups on Twitter with that.
I would bring him off the bench just because they like. I'm sure they like
Yeah.
Gorgie more than they like.
Yeah, Gorgie fits him pretty well. He's stretching his jumper out. But yeah, he's going to split a lot of minutes with Gibson.
Yeah,
That's going to be a fun team. That's going to be a good team.
It's an athletic team.
Yeah,
like-
it really is.
Even Crawford, who's 37 years old, is still athletic. You
Still
see him
baller.
dribble. Like,
Probably the most fit 37-year-old.
yeah, that dude could cross all of us at the same time. It's crazy.
Yep.
But yeah, like you said, the West is getting stronger. What other moves did y'all see that y'all were kind of like, this needs
Just
to
in
stop?
the West?
Yeah,
Or...
in the West for now.
I mean, the Paul George one was like that one that was just like, golly, so many teams in the West. Like, golly. Like, I just look back, like, 5 years ago in the Eastern Conference. Like, the Wolves, Thunder could possibly be, like, number 1 seeds in the East 5 years ago. Saying, like, up there, maybe not with LeBron's Heat, but competing with Derrick Rose's Bulls, So it's like, so much has changed in 5 years with just teams are just combining. And it's just very weird in the West to see it.
It's because the West was always, not always, but always stronger than the East.
I mean, it's cyclical. So back in the 90s and for the most part the like late 80s, even early 80s, it was the East was the strong conference, and then ever since Jordan retired, and then you have Tim Duncan and Shaq, the Lakers, the West has been the best team, or the West has been the best conference for the past 20 years almost.
yeah, just this past year, the Celtics, who are the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, had 53 wins.
Mm-hmm.
That would have put them 4th in the Western Conference. And next year, it's going to be even crazier. Like,
Yeah.
what
the
do you?
5 seed in the West could be top. Could be the 2nd seed.
How many games? This is going to be a hard question. I'm sorry for throwing this on you. How many games do you think you have to win to make the?
Well,
Conference
everyone
Finals
always
this year?
says that, but it
Well, I
it
think
honestly
anybody, go ahead.
yeah. So the teams at the bottom are still gonna have to play the teams at the top of the West. So there's gonna be a lot of losses for those teams. Like this year, the West was still pretty stacked.
When you say
And-
bottom, do you mean
Yeah, like
floor or like bottom of the playoffs?
like say so the like last year the Trailblazers, they were 41-41, and they were a pretty good team.
Yeah.
But they were 41-41 because they had to play the Warriors, Spurs, Rockets, Clippers so many times a year. So, and that's still going to be the case.
Mm-hmm. And the good teams also have to play the good teams.
Yeah.
And someone has to lose. So there's when the wins
Yeah.
go up, the losses are.
I don't think it's gonna be like that one year where like the 8 seed was 50 wins. Had
Yeah.
50 wins. That's crazy.
I mean, you could see it, but you probably won't.
The safe
like you
bet's
said.
probably like 45.
Yeah, which is kind of where it generally is.
It's generally around 45.
I think it'll be because like there's 5 teams in the West that I think are like elite. The
Which
Warriors, Spurs, Rockets, Thunder, Wolves. And so I think after that, like I think the gap between the 5 seed and the 6 seed is going to be pretty big, like maybe 8 to 10 game big.
Jeez, yeah.
So
I don't know about that.
or 5. I don't know.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a noticeably
after those 5.
Yeah.
Who is it? Because the Jazz aren't making the playoffs again.
So
yeah, because like Jazz and Clippers are falling off.
So for my like tier list, I had the Warriors in the first tier, kind of by themselves.
Yeah.
And then Houston, San Antonio, OKC, Minnesota. But then you have Denver. They just added Paul Millsap. Portland. They have a whole year with Nurkic. They turned it up at the end of the year with that. Clippers are still going to be competitive. Really good, I think.
Yeah.
New Orleans, Memphis, Dallas. Those are all going to be in the mix. And then you kind of have your bottom feeders with the Kings, Suns, Lakers, and Jazz.
Yeah.
And Jazz, honestly, I don't think are even going to be that bad.
The only one there I disagree with at the moment is Dallas, but you are correct. After that 5 is like, who is there that's going to?
Yeah,
really...
you kind of you're just looking at Portland, Denver, and the Clippers, and New Orleans.
Which Portland could come on. Which if any of those teams are going to come on and kind of surprise you, if you can say that, being a 6th seed, it'd be them. Mm-hmm. But I think the Grizzlies are older, so it's like, man, it's going to be a tough race in the bottom half. But
it's going to be a fun season.
Yeah. I hate the super teams. I hate them. I'm tired of it because it creates a false sense of parody, which is, for those of you who don't know, I love parody, even though we've never seen true parody. But
this decade we've had, from 2010 to 2017, there's been the Lakers, Mavs, Heat, Spurs, Warriors, and the Cavs have all 6 teams in 8 years have won.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Parody for me is more of
anyone can win it.
Because it's always, and now for the next 3 or 4 years, it's going to be LeBron versus Warriors. I'm going to say LeBron because wherever he goes, they're going to the finals unless he goes to the Western Conference like everyone seems to want to. But yeah.
So you don't think the Celtics adding Gordon Hayward closed the gap?
I do. It's kind of.
I also like the it kind of stinks to lose Avery Bradley, but it gives Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown more minutes, and they got Marcus, one of the Morris brothers. He's a plus rebounder.
Are they? Is he?
He's an okay rebounder. He might be their leading rebounder next year.
So they have this Marcus and Markieff have the same exact tattoos. Do you think they've ever switched?
I definitely think they switched.
Last year in the playoffs.
Playoffs, they switched.
There's no way. What was it, like a sprained ankle?
It was a high ankle sprain. A high ankle sprain.
And he played the next day or like the day after?
Yeah, 2 days later, he went out and scored like 12 points in the first quarter.
Awesome.
And nobody was noticing. It's the Wizards. Like, yeah.
They share the same bank account.
Do they really?
Yeah.
They need to chill. They need to, tattoos is far enough.
Yeah.
Like that's my cutoff.
There is no way to tell them apart. They share the same bank account. They used to live together. They
used to be on the same team. Oh goodness.
There is no. Yeah, they definitely switched places. They may switch places during the season so that they can I don't know.
Oh no.
Get the inside scoop.
Oh no. So Wizards are an Eastern Conference team. Talking about this is a terrible segue.
The Eastern.
I'm just gonna go into it. Gordon Hayward, Celtics. What do you think quickly?
Yeah. Oh. What do we think?
Yeah,
Gordon. It's cool. I'm happy, but it's just
that's kind of it.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's like
It was funny how the attention was toward this, Gordon Hayward being the biggest free agent,
that
and
weird.
Being in perspective, he's the 20th. Maybe 20th, top 20 best player in the NBA.
He's a top 20 player.
Yeah, so it's crazy how big free agency is nowadays. Where it's not top 10 player, it's beyond that,
Yeah, I guess I'm the only one right here that thinks it could put him past the Cavs.
I think it could because it's just hard to be that good for that long, and you kind of just started seeing they weren't as great last year. In the playoffs, they turned it up, obviously, but I think it's possible.
Yeah, I think it's more than possible, and because I think I've said this the last 3 years. LeBron's getting old, and I know it's LeBron, But
And I'm still of the opinion that you don't need a super team to beat a super team.
no, you
Like,
just need to play. You need to play their exact what they're bad at. Like
Yeah.
for the Warriors,
You need a good coach.
slow down,
And
kind of. Yeah.
you
The
need a
Spurs
great.
do all
You
the
need a
time.
great player.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, because like I said, LeBron's getting old. I mean, he is LeBron.
he's
Most
getting
likely.
old. Average 26, 8,
I just mean age. I don't mean
yeah.
scoring.
Yeah.
Age. He's getting old, and your body breaks
It's
down.
it's kind of the Tom Brady thing. You're just like, one day he's not going to be as good.
Yeah, I've been the same thing with Tom Brady forever, but
And I feel like the Cavs aren't like that hungry for a championship because like the thing about it, I think what
I thought you were just like, I don't think the Cavs were that hung up on LeBron taking them to the finals. I was like, where did this come
because
from?
they're looking at this like we could go to the finals, but then we'd lose type of situation. But the Celtics like, let's get to the finals. Like they're just like they'd win the championship.
Banner
mentally.
18.
They'd win the championship mentally if they
I don't
go
think
to the
anyone is
finals.
that casual. We're just like, we don't have to go.
I mean, because like he's been 7
LeBron,
straight
yes.
times. So like the Celtics, whoever beats LeBron is like, yeah, like, it's gonna be madness. So I feel like the Cavs could slip up in the next 1 or 2 years. So
I just want
Celtics
different.
could be that.
I just want if it's the Thunder and Celtics next
Thunder
year,
and Celtics,
I'll
is that what you want?
be happy.
Hey, we can go to a game.
Couple.
Oh, yeah, we can.
Wasn't it like a couple years ago where like it was really
Thunder or
20,
Raptors. 2015. It was really close to being
16.
2016 was
Because like
yeah,
Thunder had a 3-1 lead, Raptors tied it up 2-2, and it was like it could be a Thunder Raptors finals.
And we were like, we're going.
That'd have been so like I'd have been thrown off.
Oh
Been
man,
wild.
that would.
kind of glad that didn't happen.
Yeah.
In history. Actually,
Oklahoma
but
City
just
and
think about it if
Toronto.
it would have happened. So
That's a huge market and then a very tiny market.
Yeah.
Playing in the finals. But yeah.
Anything else in free agency?
you wanted to talk about the Kings?
Kings,
What-
yeah, I mean,
What they do?
We can.
they,
They
don't
got Buddy, they got Justin, they got
they have a nice core.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that? You hear they have a nice core and people are like, they're not going to make the playoffs. It's like, no, they're not. You're right.
yeah.
But they have a lot to build up of. De'Aaron Fox, I think, could be the best player in this draft. I don't think he is definitely, but I think he could become that. You know, that John Wall type of player, speed. Yeah. He's tearing up the summer league, which take that with a grain of salt.
He's playing okay in summer league. I don't know if he's top 5. We can talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
And Justin Jackson, who I'm not crazy about, but he could develop. He's, that 3-and-D guy you need. Willie Cauley-Stein could be a very solid big man.
Yeah.
He's not going to be great by any means. Scala I think could be great. They just made a lot of good moves. Just that I don't think they won the draft like everyone does. Those moves were, like I said, they did good at moving assets, but their core, I think they're building a nice core, which is saying a lot for the Kings because they had the best center in the league a few years ago. Had the best center in the league and couldn't do anything. And now they're like, let's do things right.
Yeah, it's weird hearing nice core and the Kings in the same sentence.
Buddy Hield, he came on really strong once he was traded to the Kings. He averaged like 16 a game after the All-Star break, which is really good for a rookie, especially one that everyone had a lot of questions about coming in. Like, is he an NBA athlete? Is he going to be able to, distribute, get his shot off? And so he looked good. I just talked about him. De'Aaron Fox is looking good. And I like how they brought in a bunch of vets. And, not only are they going to, like, teach these guys how to be, like, professionals, they're also going to make them earn their minutes, which I think is, like, a hugely underrated thing.
Yeah.
So, like, George Hill and De'Aaron Fox, they're going to be battling for minutes. And I think that's kind of like, you can just look at, like, the Magic and kind of where they've gone wrong in their rebuild is that they've just been giving, like, they gave Oladipo so many minutes, even though he was, like, a very high turnover-prone player early in his career, and Elfrid Payton so many minutes, where they never had to earn their playing time.
Where they're just going all in on a player instead of being like, let's see what this guy can do. Did I miss something? And Vince Carter signed with the Kings?
Yeah, Vince Carter, Zach Randolph, and George Hill are all Sacramento Kings.
I was kind of questioning Vince Carter. I was like,
why?
Could have went to the Warriors.
Apparently, in like the this is not related at all, but in like the 2001 or 2 All-Star weekend, he was like hanging out with Vlade Divac. They were like going to jazz clubs. Now that was 16 years ago, but it came full circle.
That's so weird. Because I saw that on there and I just kind of blew it off. And George Hill's right
I
there.
didn't see that.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
Okay.
I mean, so Vince can like mentor and
Sorry, I didn't mean to take you off
Buddy
there.
Hield and George Hill is there for De'Aaron Fox. Zach Randolph is there for all those young big men. They've got a ton.
I hope George Hill doesn't take minutes away from Fox.
I don't think he will.
I'd be down for him to take minutes from him.
Really? Oh.
Ooh.
Like,
can Fox
Fox can come off the bench and learn behind a very.
I want him to start.
Shut
I want
up.
him to start.
I think he'll start.
He's like a really good player.
George.
They're paying George Hill a lot of money not to
Yeah,
start.
that's why I'm
How much?
like.
How much is? How did you?
19 mil.
A year?
It's 19 and then 18, and then the third year is only 1 million guaranteed. But if it comes to fruition, it'll be 17.
Oh goodness.
So that wasn't cool giving him that long of a contract. But I like De'Aaron having to earn his minutes.
Yeah. He earned it in Kentucky.
But yeah, I forgot about Buddy Hield. They also have Harry Giles, who I've said plenty of times he's a boomer bust player. You'll either get something pretty good or something great.
Does nobody see
absolutely
this
nothing.
amazing college basketball team the Kings have?
I don't know why.
Every NBA team is an amazing college basketball team.
Last year's big college basketball teams were Kentucky, Kansas, North Carolina.
Yeah.
And they got the best player out of each program. Justin Jackson, Frank Mason, and
two
De'Aaron
straight
Fox.
Wooden
That's crazy.
Award winners.
Huh?
2 straight Wooden Award winners.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I just enjoy that part because it's so weird.
Okay, interesting.
It's nice.
All right,
Anything else about the Kings?
No, we can kind of go to Summer League though. We just mentioned it briefly there.
Summer League. That is it's hard to judge off Summer League.
It's fun.
It's hard to judge, but easy to get excited about. Does that make sense?
It's really easy to get excited about. But yeah, just always remember Chris Dunn was like the best player in the Summer League last year.
Or the story I told last time of Jackie Carmichael.
Yeah, or Jackie Carmichael. But it's still encouraging when a player actually does good. But yeah, like Jason Tatum's been amazing. Dennis Smith Jr. has been fantastic. Josh Jackson's been all right. He's shown pretty much that he's still Josh Jackson.
And he'll probably beat Josh Jackson.
I'm so happy Lauri Markkanen went 0 for 10 from 3 yesterday. That made my heart very happy.
The first Vegas Summer League game for the Mavericks against the Bulls, and I watched most of it. Lauri Markkanen looked really good. I mean, I know he did just go 1 for 14 and 0 for 10.
0 for 10 from 3.
But
good job, Lauri.
He looked pretty good. He looked like Nikola Mirotic, but he looked pretty good.
He's gonna be a player. Like, he's not a bust, I don't think, but I don't think he's gonna be great. And my favorite thing about the Summer League is watching like the second year players and how now they're just out here dominating. Like Brandon Ingram, just was no one could stop him, and there's just a few others, but
the thing with
second year guys are always fun.
Yeah, the thing with Summer League, it's because you want to evaluate the players. You want to get really excited. You're like, oh, this guy's gonna do this. You can almost take it like, I don't want to say none of the good, but the good you get, you have to take with a grain of salt. Like, good is not always good in the Summer League, but bad is always bad.
Bad is always bad.
And so, but at the same time, if it's a top pick, and for like Lonzo Ball for his first game, people are like, oh, bust, knew it.
Well,
slow down.
Yeah, so, it was an off shooting night.
Yeah.
And the next night was kind of off as well, but,
Yeah.
Oh, well, first of all, Lonzo's not a scorer.
No.
I don't think he's going to average double-digit scoring this year. But he's going to get his assists and his rebounds and his steals.
He thinks he's a scorer.
Does Lonzo think he's a scorer?
I mean, by the way he was shooting, it is the Summer League again. But the way he was shooting, he was letting everything launch.
He was the best player on the team.
Brandon Ingram.
Well, when Brandon went out with an injury, it was up to Lonzo. And so
Summer League is hard. It's real hard.
Yeah.
It's fun, but you gotta take it easy. You gotta be like, okay, let's try.
Honestly, it's my favorite thing to watch on right now. So that's
Didn't
what
know
I'm
Utah
enjoying to
Summer
watch.
League is already over.
Yeah, Utah Summer League was like 3 days, 4 teams.
I heard
Honestly,
nothing about it.
Markelle Fultz and Jason Tatum, that's when they debuted.
Okay.
And they were really good.
Has the Summer League always been on ESPN this much?
Last year, I think, was the first year it really started.
This much.
It's always been on NBA TV.
Yeah.
Or you have to like stream it on some backwards
It's on
YouTube
ESPN
channel.
all day, which is I enjoy that.
I love that.
Takes at 21 if you're in the Dallas area, if the Mavericks are playing.
Oh yeah, TFC.
Very specific.
Yeah, I guess there will be like local channels
yeah.
will show your teams, but
did y'all see?
I love Summer League.
I don't remember what game it was. It's probably the first Vegas Summer League game, the Lakers versus Clippers. Did y'all see Kendall Marshall getting compared to Joe Budden on Twitter?
No. His
People,
look?
people are like, why is Joe Budden playing on the Clippers Summer
I
League?
think I've kind of seen that.
Bryce Johnson was another second-year player who was absolutely tearing it up this year in the summer league.
Interesting.
So,
Yeah.
I like that. I like Bryce. He's a good guy. I don't know him, but I wish I did.
You want to know him? You want to see him on the
He's a
podcast?
good guy.
Yeah. Hey, Bryce, if you want to come to Eastside Park in Forney and ball, please do.
Please do.
Yeah.
Look at the
That'd be
reputation up
interesting.
there.
I will foul you, but that's just how I play defense. So
Don't take it personal.
yeah, don't take it personal.
Any notes from you, Shiloh, about Summer League?
Yeah.
Oh, Markel
Nothing.
got hurt again.
Again?
Another Sixers
Very
rookie
triggered.
gets hurt. Yes.
No, he has to trust the process.
At
so
the
you gotta
very
get hurt.
least, it wasn't major. But when he went down, I was like, oh my
I'm
god.
telling you,
He's going to get
76ers,
hurt.
76ers and feet or ankle down, it's gonna happen
Or
at
knee.
least
Yeah,
once.
he's going to get hurt.
It's gonna happen at least once.
Well, like, my first thought was like, please just let it be an ankle. Because, like, if it was a foot, that can be serious. But once they showed the replay and it was just an ankle, I was like, oh man, things are getting better. Things are getting better. It's just an ankle.
I'm about to sound really uneducated here,
Yeah.
but your Achilles, does that connect your ankle and your foot?
I guess.
So would that be an ankle or a foot injury?
Isn't your
It'd be both.
Achilles like
It's like the thing that's like
yeah, it's that
at the
weird.
end.
It's that weird tendon that's just like out there. There's no protection for it. Like you can just jostle it around.
I think it was named by like
Achilles heel.
Achilles.
Yeah.
Is it so? It's a foot injury, but it's not in your heel. This is a doctor's podcast.
Yeah.
Achilles.
This is an MD podcast.
I don't know.
Triggered MD.
Triggered MD.
reminds
Triggered
me-
doctors.
It reminds me of the like story behind the Nike name. Like there was a guy named
Phil Nike.
Nike that like ran.
Phil Nike.
No, it's not.
Well, Nike is
Wasn't there,
the
like, a-
Roman goddess
Yeah.
of victory.
There's a Roman god.
Is it
or
Nike or
something.
Nike? Because you don't go outside and ride your bikey.
Well, for Nike it's
I
different.
can't believe you said that.
But like
No,
there was a Roman,
David.
there was a Roman god that would run or something.
Yeah,
that
she was
would-
like the goddess of victory, and so they would like pray to her before like the
Yeah,
Olympics.
and that's like behind the name of Nike, right?
I hope
Yeah.
y'all getting this right, because if not, we're gonna be getting destroyed in the
Who's
comments.
Phil, who's Phil Nike? Is that like?
I don't know. I was just saying something.
Oh, yeah, that's just the.
Is there a guy named Phil Nike?
I was like, yeah. So I think like the Roman god situation. Yeah.
Phil Knight.
Ah. Okay, yeah, that's different.
Yeah,
Nike,
different.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Nike's from the Roman god type of situation.
I hope y'all getting
Yeah.
that right.
No,
If
yeah,
they're
my mom's
not, I
told
had
me.
no part of this.
It's-
My mom has told me
Alright, whatever.
several times.
Speaking of Nike, Dennis Smith Jr. hasn't signed up. He's the only top 10 pick that hasn't signed a shoe deal yet. That's
Why?
it.
well, if you think
Has Malik signed?
Every top 10 pick.
yeah, well, Malik's at 11.
Oh.
But we don't know. So, but yeah, I think he's just waiting out for his price to jump
Yeah.
after this summer league.
He'll get it.
He's waiting to poster somebody,
Yeah.
which
Because his stock's gonna be high after the
yeah,
summer league.
someone please stop fouling Dennis Smith when he's going in for a dunk. Like, just accept it. Be on the be the opposite side of his first poster.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Nike.
I was wrong.
Yeah. What are you
Go
trying
ahead.
to prove?
I don't know. Because you know how you always hear British people like, oh, I'm going to get my Nikes on. That was a great accent. But I was always... Go ahead, move on.
I remember there was
I
one
see what
kid-
you're trying to say, that it could be pronounced bikey.
I say Nike.
I was-
I wasn't being like...
I remember a track meet in junior high
Nike.
that
Nike.
stop. Okay, I remember a track meet that where are you? Okay. There was a track meet in junior
I'm
high.
sorry.
I'm tired. There was a track meet in junior high, and I was just minding my own business, and some foreign dude was like, I'm gonna put on my Adidas. And I was like,
Oh yeah, they say it like
what is
that.
going on? What?
Hold up. Wait,
Adidas?
wait.
And so,
Wait. You were at a track meet with just some foreign dude?
no, I was
Were
like,
you like
no,
a track
no,
star?
No, it was like it was a normal track meet. Foreign dudes can go to high school, can go to junior.
Yes,
high.
they can.
So
I don't know how you just tried to turn that on me.
I was
but-
just some foreign dude was just having a conversation with somebody, and I just overheard him like when I was exiting something, and I
Shout out
heard
an Olympic athlete.
I heard I'm gonna put on my Adidas, and that took my brain exploded for like 10 minutes after that because I was like Adidas.
You're just like-
Adidas. You don't pronounce it Adidas. So yeah, that was very.
Are you guys Nike, Adidas? I almost said Utah. I meant to say Under Armour. I almost said Utah.
Under Armour has been
Skechers.
coming up. They've been.
Say Skechers.
No,
Skechers for when I'm like 10 years older, but right now Nikes.
I like Nikes, but for some reason I always appeal to Adidas a little more.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
My favorite shoes ever were Adidas,
Yeah, see?
but
I'm wearing Nikes right now.
I went back to Nikes after that for some reason.
New Balance for casual shoes are really good. This is a shoe talk now.
I saw a Nike conspiracy on Twitter.
Which
Something
one?
about like if you take out the Nike icon off the shoe and put like Adidas on there, it just looks horrible. And it's something with like the Nike swoosh that like gels with the shape of your foot. You know, that like makes it look good to your eyes. You know, I don't know.
I see what you're saying.
It's hard to explain because like the Adidas aren't like it's not made to be put on a shoe on the side. Under Armour's not made. Like Nike has that.
Oh, how it's like on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the side and it makes your the shoe look better, even if it.
Yeah, because even the Adidas shoes that have the logo on the side, it starts from the bottom and kind of goes up.
And so even though if Adidas makes a really good design of a shoe, they have to put like a 3-stripe thing. It's all about the emblem. Like Nike perfected it for some reason, or they did great with their icon. So.
Was that the moral of the story?
Yeah, have y'all seen like that?
The Nike
conspiracy?
logo?
The
Yes.
Nike logo conspiracy, yeah.
No.
Is that a conspiracy or?
I think it's just marketing.
If nobody like believes it, I'm like, I'd say it's conspiracy. But
Okay.
I don't know. Is that it of the Nike situation?
Yeah.
All right.
I think so.
Well, talking about the NBA draft and Nikes and all of that, you're talking about the 1999 NBA draft
No.
being underrated.
No.
What?
No.
Oh, we're not talking about that?
No.
Okay, we're not talking
I
about the
didn't-
1999 NBA draft.
Because we replaced it with something else. That'll be later.
Okay.
Okay, we're not going to talk about that? Oh.
My bad. But
Talk
I
about
do have
that.
something
What
else
do
to
you want
talk
to
about. It's related to the draft.
Okay.
So, number one overall picks, generally speaking, should be all the time. The number one pick is considered the best player in the draft. If not, it's really close. So, before I get into this, just a quick little trivia thing.
Oh,
Trivia. How many, excuse me. How many number one overall picks ever have won a championship?
So with the team that drafted
No.
them. Just in general?
Just in general.
Oh. All right, so we got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, number one with the Bucks. He won it with the Bucks and with the Lakers. We got Shaq.
What do you... A number.
We got Shaq. We got Duncan. We got LeBron James. We got
Like, I would think it's very, like, high.
Magic.
Like how high, number-wise? Like,
Well, I'm trying to think about how many seasons there's been.
do you want
Since
me to tell you that? How many drafts there's been?
There's been 70 seasons.
There's been 62 drafts.
Okay, so we're only going back
62
to
drafts,
19.
60 years-ish. Okay.
I got 5.
Number might be...
All of yours, almost all of yours are like the last 20 years.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, last 20 years has been, like, a lot. What was it?
I named Kareem.
Was Larry Bird in one pick?
He was number 3.
And his was weird. He was still...
Yeah, he still had a year of college left to play.
I would say there wasn't many at the beginning, but there's been a lot at the end. So there's been 60... What did you say? How many
62.
seasons? 62 drafts. How many seasons has there been a championship involved with the number one pick? Is that...
Just know it's 62.
Text. No, what I'm saying is, like, is the answer, like, this many seasons? Or this many championships?
It's this many out of 62.
Okay.
How many number one picks have won a championship?
I'm trying to think of, like, the player of the season.
Just
This player.
this many out of 62.
I'm struggling. 10?
Go 17.
Did you see it?
No.
It's 17.
Oh.
What?
Wow.
It's 17 out of 62. But that was just a quick thing. It has a little bit to do with... So you kind of mentioned it. Number one overall picks to win a championship with the team that drafted them
Yeah.
is a lot more...
It's a lot smaller.
A lot more smaller.
I named 5.
That one with the team that drafted them?
Yes.
Are we... So, Kareem, Duncan...
Kareem, Duncan, Shaq, Jordan.
Shaq?
Crap, not Shaq.
Duncan.
Jordan.
Wait, MJ, Duncan. Wait, MJ. Who's third? pick, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so Duncan.
Wait, I named some beforehand. Kareem, for
No,
sure.
Well, yeah. Kareem, was he a number 1 pick?
Yeah. Duncan.
Are we like naming all of them? Those
This wasn't how I was gonna do it,
Well,
but this
we're
works too.
We're gonna do it. I kind of like this. I need a list, though.
Kareem, Duncan. All right, there's a lot of like silence in here.
No,
So
Kareem. No, it's good. Kareem, Duncan, LeBron, of course.
LeBron.
No, I've got to write this down. I gotta get this. Kareem, Duncan.
Kareem, Duncan.
There's 14 more.
What?
Right? 14
No.
more.
No,
These are the teams that players
So
that won it with the team. That
17
drafted them.
number 1 picks have won championships, but a lot smaller than that 17
Oh,
won it with the
okay.
teams that drafted them.
Maybe we should get a hint of how many there's been. Do you have that?
I can count real quick.
Okay.
Yeah,
Count. Is there
because we've got 3.
Kareem, Duncan, LeBron?
6,
6,
7,
7,
8.
8.
I think 8.
8
Unless
players.
I'm counting this wrong. I should have just put that number in there anyway. I think 8.
We have 3.
Somebody from the 80s.
If you'll guess
Well,
one that's wrong,
James
Gilbert.
Worthy,
Oh,
number 1
Magic.
Yeah. James Worthy, Magic.
pick. Magic.
Yeah, James Worthy and
James
Magic.
Worthy? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's 5.
Good job. I didn't think I would get that one.
Yeah, I forgot. That was weird because like Worthy was drafted like the year after they won a championship, and they had the number 1 pick.
Do you know who was traded in that trade for him?
For James Worthy?
Yeah.
Is that...
Jamal Wilkes.
I'm just gonna see if I can guess my entire research I've done.
God, we need 3 more.
Who do you have?
We have
Kareem,
Kareem,
Duncan, LeBron,
Kareem Duncan, LeBron.
Worthy.
There's a very
Magic.
recent one you're forgetting.
Worthy,
Like last 6 years.
and... Wait, the last 6 years.
last six or so years.
Well, it wasn't Curry. It wasn't
Was it?
Kobe.
Wade.
It wasn't Wade.
Wasn't. We have Duncan already.
Played at Duke. In college.
Wasn't Jaleel Okafor.
Definitely went to the
Not
level.
Grant Hill.
Come on,
I don't
guys.
think he was. Wait,
Come
the
on.
last 6 years from Duke.
Come on, guys.
wasn't drafted in the last 6 years, but won a championship with the team that drafted him.
Oh, both. Both.
Oh, Kyrie.
Kyrie.
We just forget about him.
Because he's a sidekick.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's
6.
way
Two-
back.
two more.
One that kind of counts.
Wes Unseld.
No. He was
Kind
he
of
Elvin Hayes.
he retired the year they won, but he's still considered a champion for that year. It's kind of a really sad story.
Elgin Baylor.
Yeah, Elgin Baylor.
That makes me cry.
And then
I'm sorry, Elgin.
And then there's one more.
yeah, your favorite commentator.
Yep. Bill Walton.
Well, oh.
So
Rest in peace.
number 1 overall picks to win championship with the team that drafted them has only happened 2 times in the last 30 years.
Yeah.
And both of them were really like crazy cases.
So I'm sorry, Markel Fultz and the Sixers.
Doesn't
You
look
are
like it's gonna
not
happen.
getting a championship.
Well, I mean,
They
okay,
could.
so
Yeah.
both cases were 2 number 1 overall picks playing on the same team, which was in '99 was Tim Duncan, David Robinson.
Yeah.
And 03, David Robinson was he on the team still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
David
Okay.
Robinson was on the team in 03. Was he a number 1 pick?
I thought I goofed.
Was he?
'Cause I guess
No,
not.
I guess he was a top player.
Yeah.
And then okay, I screwed that up. Sorry. Thank you. And 2016 Cavs, which was Kyrie and LeBron.
Yeah.
And then Hakeem Olajuwon, also.
He was number 3.
I'm
Number
screwing
2.
this up.
He was a number
all
2
kinds
pick.
of things. I'm all kinds of screwing
What?
this up. Are you sure?
Yeah, he was number.
Okay.
Sam Bowie was number 1.
I think you might be right. I was
Or
feeling,
Sam Bowie might be number 2.
feeling real confident about this going into
Yeah,
it.
I think you're actually right.
Talk about something while I'm figuring this out.
I mean, okay. Well, since we're talking about
Yeah,
Celtics,
okay.
Yeah.
Hakeem
Okay,
Olajuwon.
alright,
I'm
well,
sorry.
never mind. I'm done.
I'm sorry. Hakeem Olajuwon was the number 1 pick. In '84 he was the number 1 pick, and 10 years later, and the year after that, in '94 and '95 they won championships, which was right in the middle of Jordan's retirement.
Yeah.
James Worthy in 1982 was picked right after the Lakers just won the finals.
Mm-hmm.
And then they won in 85, 87, 88. So I'm not going to go into super detail and everything, but like most of the time it's a weird, super specific case that the number 1 pick
Has won a
has won a
championship
championship with the team that's drafted them. And there's
Yeah.
Bill Walton, but that was
Didn't he-
weird.
blew everything out.
Everything.
Yeah.
And then Lou Alcindor or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And smoked a lot of weed.
He's all that stuff. But yeah, so it's not you. The 76ers have 2 number 1 picks in consecutive years.
Yeah.
Also.
And a number 3 pick.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "Oh, this is gonna be great," blah blah blah. But history is not on their side at all.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
there's reason to be optimistic.
It's not like, oh, we got the number 1 pick, we suck, or like we're not gonna be good anymore. I don't know. It's not.
It's not that dramatic.
It's not like blow it up.
Yeah.
It's like, dang it, we got the number 1 pick.
It's just interesting. Yeah, it's just interesting.
Yeah, it's just like it's not.
It's not a guaranteed thing.
It's not like don't get. It's more of a message to like the number 5, 10 picks. Like you can still create a good core.
And just quickly, players drafted number 1 that are still on the same team that drafted them was LeBron, who won a championship in 2016. Blake Griffin, John Wall, Kyrie Irving, who won a championship. Anthony Davis and Karl-Anthony Towns.
Yeah, so, like those are all still great players. So it's like it's a weird stat.
Yeah, just kind of a little fun thing that I
Yeah.
almost entirely screwed up as we were talking through it. Wait, what were you saying about the Celtics?
Well, I was going to talk about, since we were talking about James Worthy and all that, only reason I knew, like, kind of knew that name on my mind for a little bit was because I watched the Celtics-Lakers 30 for 30 documentary.
Mm-hmm.
It was very good. Like, if you're an NBA fan, it's a must-watch. Because it's like, it tells you everything about the 60s, tells you everything about the 80s, because there was 2 teams, basically, in the NBA at the time. Celtics-Lakers.
You could say 3. 76ers.
Yeah, they
Pistons.
had their run, but...
The Pistons.
But it was, like, pretty crazy, because, like...
And the Knicks.
I didn't really know 1984 was, like, the first first live NBA Finals.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it was weird stats, like, in the 1981 NBA Finals, the MVP was Cedric Maxwell.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Yeah, and so... I looked at the stats. The dude averaged 18 points and 10 rebounds.
10 rebounds is pretty good.
But Larry Bird, he averaged 15 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists. So I'm like, what? Like, give the MVP to him. Like, it's crazy
Maxwell
how...
had a really good final. It was like Game 6, which was the deciding game. Maxwell had a great game, and that kind of also happened in 1980 with Magic. Even though Kareem was the best player for most of that series, he was out the last game, and Magic took over.
That's, to me, that series you were just talking about, the game you were just talking about, is one of the most interesting stories in the basketball world. Magic starting at center.
Oh, yeah.
That's rookie point guard.
As a rookie point guard.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Very weird.
That's something that...
In Game 7, right? Of the NBA Finals?
It was Game 6, I think. But it was the closeout game. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. And he did very well for himself.
42 points,
I mean, he was
17 rebounds.
6'9", right?
Yeah.
6'9", yeah.
Quickly, just this, we were talking about free agents. Contavious Caldwell-Pope and Rajon Rondo met with the Lakers today.
Oh.
So, just quickly. That's a little throwaway. Yeah. Anyway, sorry to
But it's like, it was amazing history in the 80s. I'm trying to think of, like, others. But, like, it was cool seeing, like, the Celtics, Lakers in 84, and then 85, and then 87. But, yeah, it's a 5-hour documentary. Very detailed.
Oh,
yeah.
It's very detailed, but if you're an NBA nut, go ahead. Have some fun.
And this isn't the Magic Bird documentary thing, is it?
No. It's very similar, which is kind of... Yeah, that was my kind of bummer, is that, like, I don't know, or at least we've heard so much about it that it wasn't a whole lot of new things, but it was still really well made and really... It was really good. I would have liked to see them talk more about, like, the 60s... Or if they did a whole one about the 60s and Jerry West losing like 8 times.
Yeah, they did 2 hours on that, 60s.
Really?
Yeah.
2 hours?
Yeah.
That's so much.
All right. Never mind.
That's 3.5 movies.
Long podcasts.
Okay, I like long podcasts, but like 5 hours.
Yeah, it's separated in 3 parts.
That's a quarter of a day.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, but it's worth it.
I guess.
But yeah, I was watching it. It took me like 3 weeks to watch.
That's excessive.
It's definitely like a Netflix like type of thing you come back to every now and then.
Y'all want to talk about something that's not basketball or football related?
Yeah, go ahead.
Have we talked about football? Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
All right, so they recently announced the price tag for the McGregor-Mayweather fight. Yeah, it's $99 again, same as the Mayweather-Pacquiao. Is that good for boxing as a sport? Because we just saw a free ESPN fight between Pacquiao and Gray, I think was his name, right? Horn. Yeah, my bad. Pacquiao and Horn, which was a really good fight, and it was free. And now Mayweather McGregor, $100 pay-per-view.
Oh my! It's like
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money. But I guess they gotta pay Mayweather $18 trillion.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, if you're a big boxing fan, you're like, this. I don't want to pay this, but I'm going to because I've heard about this for 2 years. I want to see how this turns out.
Yeah.
That was me with Mayweather Pacquiao. I ended up buying the fight. Like, my dad's a pretty big boxing fan, so we had watched. I've watched a lot of Mayweather and Pacquiao, and then they finally fought, and my dad wasn't gonna buy it because it was $100, but I was working, and I was like, I'll buy it.
Like that's a lot of money for
Just
essentially
to watch
one fight.
To watch from home, like.
Because I'm not sure. I've never done it before, but does that include the undercard stuff? The $100? Yeah. I mean, even still though, your casual fan probably didn't care about those.
No.
Yeah, and what was it like? The Pacquiao Mayweather fight was so, and there's like ways to get around it. Like with the Pacquiao Mayweather fight, I watched it on Periscope for free.
Yeah.
And then how Periscope kind of
Periscope was brand new at that time.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, and I think,
oh yeah.
Yeah, you can go to these places, and I think that's like there's so many free ways to get around it. What was it? But with this fight with Mayweather McGregor, I don't think it's gonna last that long. I think it's gonna be like 2 rounds maybe because McGregor's a UFC guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
I don't think he can keep with Floyd.
Well,
Floyd is Floyd. He's gonna dance around.
Yeah, the way Floyd fights, he's not gonna hit McGregor until like the 9th or 10th round.
And UFC, you do know boxing.
It's gonna be
not like obviously as much as a boxer, but you know enough.
It's gonna be a very like easy Floyd fight, but it's gonna be like 10 rounds. Is what I'm maybe predicting.
It's gonna go the distance, and it's gonna be kind of boring. It's gonna be $100.
I think it's gonna be very boring because neither guy's gonna want to. They're both very smart fighters for what they do. Neither's gonna be like going out attacking, even if they hate each other.
I could see McGregor saying, the only way I'm gonna win is just by knockout, which is true. So
if McGregor does knock out Floyd, that would be crazy. That would be blowing up everything.
I'm kind of excited. I'm not going to pay the $100 to watch it, which I think is the big problem with. Like, I want to watch it. I'm not going to pay $100 to watch it though. Like,
I've always hated.
That's what I really loved about the Horn Pacquiao fight. Was that it was like it was a good fight too, and it was on ESPN. We could watch it, but
we should just go to Buffalo Wild Wings and watch it.
Yeah,
that's what. We just get there like 3 hours early.
Did we just make a plan?
I think so. But I think it's like
it's August 26th,
the first weekend of
before school.
But yeah, so like boxing to me, I want to get into it because it's super interesting and like some incredible athletes do it. But like we saw with the Horn Pacquiao fight, I feel like boxing is extremely corrupted, and it's just like whoever they want to push is gonna win regardless of how the fight turned out. Which if it goes to decision, McGregor's not winning. Mayweather's gonna win because
they just want the publicity.
And all the old boxing heads that are doing the thing are gonna be like, we can't let a boxer get beat by an MMA fighter.
It's really bad when like the people who are like announcing the fight and doing like the telecast and play by play, however you want to call it, are like
punch by punch
are saying that Pacquiao clearly won and then Horn wins.
Yeah, I saw
that. Like that's not a good look for boxing.
The guy did it right in front of Horn too.
Yeah.
Like you didn't. I don't think you won the fight, but congratulations. Like, I remember saw something on that.
Didn't Horn say he's like, no, I definitely won this fight?
And then like Mayweather
then they immediately announced the rematch. That's not a good look for boxing.
Yeah.
Boxing's in trouble.
And it's probably something that's not going to change, but yeah.
Is that about boxing?
Yeah, and then we can also another thing. It's summer. No, not a lot of basketball or football right now, but how about the home run contests? Aaron Judge, he's kind of becoming the face of baseball.
That's a large man.
It's a huge man.
He's 6'7", 275. He's bigger than Rob Gronkowski, who's a large man.
Yeah, I love it. I love how he just falls to the Yankees' lap.
I don't
like the greatest team because
he was their sixth. He was their 6th ranked prospect going into this year.
Yeah, it wasn't like he was amazing last year in the minor leagues. He just
he was almost
just clicked.
He was worse than Gallo. Like Gallo was a better prospect going into this year than Judge.
yeah, like last night in the home run derby was it was just dominating how much. Yeah, he was dominating. It was crazy, and he has an interesting story. Like he was adopted too, like on the first day, or something like that. Like something worked out.
Of minor league baseball, he was adopted, or like
actually
of
life adopted. Like it was one of those coronations where like mom had the child and like already arranged adopted parents.
Here's my child.
Type of
Here you go,
situation.
Blake.
Well, that's a really good way to do it.
And it's cool. Like the adopted parents are both teachers. We're both high school teachers, and so that's why I can like speak very well. You know, it's like
High school education.
very very good. Teachers don't get paid much, but they raise great kids.
Wow. Shiloh's dad was a teacher.
No, that's what's happened. Oh. Yeah.
Act like you didn't. Act like you forgot.
He was a coach mostly. He was more into the coaching world than the teaching world.
Did he just do that?
And I did not think of that. But that's pretty funny.
Wow.
That's pretty funny. No, my dad was more like 75% coaching, 25%
We get
teaching.
it, Shiloh. You're great.
He was that 75 type of teacher. No, my gosh. I forgot about that.
But yeah, Aaron, he's good for baseball. You know, regardless if you hate the Yankees or hate the Yankees, it's good for baseball.
It's funny because like baseball has really turned into like a regional sport now. Like I don't know hardly anything about the National League, and outside of the American League West, I don't know like hardly anything about the rest of the American League.
It's hard to now.
It's hard to. It's a very regional. Like you know, living in this Dallas Fort Worth area, everyone knows about the Rangers pretty much. But so it's kind of cool to see like a popular like national figure like starting to arise. I think it's good for the sport.
Regardless of it, you heard that because I agree with you. But you'll hear that and people will be like, "Oh, but it's the Yankees." But that it still holds water. It's
and he may not even be the best player right now, like Mike Trout probably still is. But he's with the Yankees, which just helps his popularity and like. It's probably good for baseball that the Yankees are good.
Mm-hmm.
For a while, you saw the best athletes leaving baseball and going to football, basketball, etc. And he very clearly is a great athlete.
Turned down offers from like these tight end factories with Stanford and Michigan to go
tight end factories. I like that.
Basically, tight end factories.
Yeah. I'm kind of excited about like the second half of the season. Very weird.
Really?
I'm usually not.
Shiloh's he's usually with me, and he's like, "Oh, it's October. The season's starting now."
Yeah, that's how like I usually am, and I think I'm kind of still am. But like this whole All-Star weekend has me excited for some reason. It's just the high, I guess. But yeah, like the Astros are doing amazing. Their record is 60,
really good.
60 and 29.
Yeah.
That's like, that's
crazy.
amazing.
We went to an Astros game. Was it last year?
Last year for $6.
And they were terrible.
They were terrible.
Yeah, they were
but
not good.
We went to the game, and then we left, and they became great.
If we would have stayed, would they still be good? Or was it the fact we left?
No, I don't know. I didn't think about that. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. We went to their game when they sucked, and then we came back. We're good luck. We just need to visit teams.
Every other year.
And leave.
Except the Wings. We went to a Wings game, and then they wound up being really bad.
It's either
they're
opposite.
okay this year, though. The Wings.
It takes a while for our luck to kick in.
So
we might have the Rookie of the Year on the Wings. At least first team all like Alicia Gray, I think is her name.
Then we have like 3 rookies.
Yeah.
That's a lot of rookies.
We're a very young team.
We are.
So that's the summer, you know, talking about baseball and boxing. Yep. It's fun though. It's cool to like get into other sports.
Yeah.
But there's also the
Wimbledon,
yeah.
Tennis.
Go for it.
That's the thing.
I don't really know much about it. All I know is that Djokovic lost, and I was like,
it's
Who
funny.
hit his head yesterday?
Huh?
Who hit his head yesterday on the door frame?
I have no
idea. He like jumped up. He was like waiting to go out, and he was just like warming up. And he was jumping, and he hit his head on the top of the door frame.
I did not see that.
David, I don't know.
I don't. But yeah, Djokovic was in like some great tennis match.
Djokovic, Federer, and Nadal are all kind of slipping. The guys from like our childhood.
I feel like they've been around forever.
Well, Federer is okay because like he's breaking
and he's the
records.
oldest one.
Yeah, and he's still doing it well, and he dominates the Wimbledon too. Like, and I hope he wins because like our generation.
He's my guy.
Yeah, it's our generation represents us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it of the tennis. That's our tennis segment.
That was 45 seconds of our tennis.
Do you know what I'm excited about next summer?
What are you excited about next summer, though, Shiloh? What is it?
The World Cup
Soccer?
of soccer.
Oh,
are y'all not excited about the World Cup of soccer?
I'll watch it. Yeah.
It's like there's 4 games every day, starting from 10 a.m. going to 8 p.m. And it's just like the countries fighting each other, and then
Hold on.
What?
What? Why are we fighting each other?
Well, figuratively fighting, I think. But
No, yes.
I mean, it's a big deal.
Hopefully.
These countries are like, we see the realness of these countries because like when they lose in these World Cups, they go insane.
Yeah, and we're just like in America, we're just like football season's about to come on.
We're like cool about it. I have family in Italy, and they get depressed. They on Facebook, there's so many Italian tweets that I don't know what they're saying, but it's like the world, like they lose in the World Cup, and it's just like depressing times. And
I wish I could casually drop that like he just said. My family in Italy.
It's very. And what was it? The Italian. I just saw this the other day. The Italian goalie, his last name I think is Donnarumma. That's my grandma's last name.
They related? Are you related?
I don't know. Is it a coincidence? I don't know. So maybe I might be like 8th cousins with the goalie.
Cousins?
8 cousins. I don't know how that
has
works.
to fade eventually.
I don't know how it works. But
see, soccer's really like I always try really hard in the World Cup. I think this is gonna sound really weird. Every American tries really hard.
Yeah,
it's really good to have in the background. And even when America's doing good, we're not doing great. We're just like, hey, we
made it to the playoffs.
It's
like wow, we're not getting destroyed.
Go us. And like you said, like other countries lose. It's like, dang, 4 more years, and us for like. Football season starts in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's just, it's hard.
Yeah, I feel.
I've said it's hard.
We have so many.
I think at
sports.
some point in our lifetime, basketball will be the biggest sport in the world.
Yeah.
Unless the Warriors and Cavs screw it.
So we've got China. We're getting India.
Like China?
We're taking over.
Yeah, we got China.
We're taking over like
the big Asian countries.
Asia part.
Yeah.
Kobe.
Europe will take a while.
Yeah.
But we got Croatia now. Croatia, Latvia.
What's his name? Is I think Hungarian. Laurie Markkinen.
Oh, he's Finnish.
Finnish.
Yeah.
Second Finnish player ever.
Yeah, I think the more international
but it's
NBA
funny because
players
like
there would be,
even Dirk, who's like the greatest European of all, like basketball's still like a far second to soccer in Germany.
I think there just has to be
like,
more
Dirk was
quantity.
Yeah, Dirk was the German athlete of the year like twice in his whole career of basketball.
You're gonna kill me for this. I still think football or basketball is pretty far behind football here.
In America?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as far behind as
just
people
because
say.
I mean, granted it is shorter, so there's gonna be more people watching it, but the Super Bowl is like crazy.
Yeah.
Like
comparing the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
to the finals.
it's an event. It's become like an event, a holiday.
Yeah. People take like.
Well, it really is.
I would say
holiday,
people take
honestly.
off work, but it's Sunday.
Families get together to watch it. You know, like they would on like Christmas or.
Yeah, you cancel plans for the Super Bowl.
I wouldn't be surprised in 15 years that Monday is a holiday, like an official holiday.
It should be.
Yeah.
Because
I would love that so much.
I think it will be because it's
like what is it? What is it called when like a national holiday is on a weekend and then you get that Monday off because it was on a weekend? It's like it's something because we were going to film one day.
3-day weekend?
No, we were going to film one. We were going to film one day, but it was a Monday. But New Year's was that Saturday, so Monday everything was closed.
Yeah. You get it's like.
I
know what you're saying.
But it's something.
It's like when
that.
4th of July is on a Sunday or something.
Yeah.
You get the Monday off.
It's just like that for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy.
Yeah,
I'd still say football's not like super like unreachable far ahead, but it still is pretty far ahead.
You can say most people celebrate the Super Bowl more than like Thanksgiving.
More people celebrate the Super Bowl than 4th of July.
Yeah. Yeah, so
is this true?
That's what
I think so.
I don't know.
It's like everybody. I think because like who's not watching the Super Bowl? Like, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because there's no like religion into it. There's no like views. Yeah.
No, football's a religion.
It's not like I don't believe in that. You know, I don't believe in passing.
They get concussions, so I don't watch it.
Yeah, those people. So yeah, it's just like that situation.
We got a Twitter poll now. What is more popular?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that's even. Oh, what is more popular, like 4th of July or
the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Well, on our sports
you saved me
podcast.
from being completely wrong. I was just gonna say basketball or football, but you saved me there. Appreciate that.
Well, yeah,
that's a good
it's
one.
not even a question yet, really, for basketball. It's not close.
It's definitely on the rise.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like it. I like it a lot.
And you know what will help it? parody.
It will. Yeah.
I think there will be a time of parody eventually.
Eventually.
There could be.
Because, but until, when Anthony Davis leaves in 2 years and DeMarcus Cousins comes to Dallas next year. And
I have to see it to believe it type of situation,
Anthony Davis leaving
No,
or parody?
like just the parody, NBA parody, Because, yeah.
Yeah, America, man.
America.
Are there any other topics?
Well, we could talk about the big 3. 4-point circle.
Okay, the big 3, before it started, I was like, this is going to be stupid. I'm going to hate this.
I still think it's stupid. I don't hate it, but it's stupid.
This is a waste of time.
It's still a waste of time.
I like it way more than I thought. I haven't watched a game. I've watched the highlights, and I'm like, this is cool. I'm going to watch a game, and I always forget. But
well, what's weird is that it's on tape delay. So, like, the first...
It's so weird. Like, what year is it?
I noticed that.
They played on Sunday, and so, like, I was getting all these notifications. I was like... who was it? Deshaun Stevenson hits this game winner, and I'm like, I gotta watch this. Where is it? And then I'm like, it's not on TV. And then the next day, it's on tape delay, and I'm like, I know what's happened. I'm not watching.
I mean, the only reason it is that way is because they're testing the market, probably. But it is still weird. It's like, what year is it that you have to have something?
And like, and today, like with social media, like I found out everything that happened in the games, like. You can't do tape delay anymore.
It's like when we watched the draft, we put our phones down so Woj didn't spoil the next 2 picks for us.
That was the thing about like Summer Olympics that happens all the time because like it's across the world and that's the only
2 years, 3 years, 2
4.
years, 4. No, when is it happening?
2020
Summer Olympics.
I know it's every 4 years. 2 years.
2020. So 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, it's 2017.
If you're counting this year as a year still.
Yeah.
If you're not counting this year as a year still. What is this question?
Winter Olympics are like upcoming.
What counts as a decade?
Yeah, I really miss the Summer Olympics, honestly.
Yeah.
They were good times.
I want to see the FIBA basketball world championship.
It's the thing where I'm always like...
When's that?
I think 2019. It got pushed back a year because of some problem, but...
Scandal.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
It's the thing where I'm always like, I don't really care about the Olympics, but then it comes out and I'm like, yeah. Cool.
America.
I'm just very casual about like my worldwide sports. Does that make sense?
Like it was funny last summer Olympics we dominated. The USA dominated. We were very chill.
Not me.
Yeah.
Like it was what?
I don't know.
I'm
just making noise while.
No, we seriously dominate. We usually do dominate, but we seriously we won by like 10 gold medals, 5 silvers, blah blah blah. And it was just like we were like, yeah, cool, we got it.
Shout out to Michael Phelps.
And then Russia was like, ugh, and China was doing that too. So
here's the
they're all mad.
Live look at Russia.
Yeah, that's what they were basically doing. Yeah.
No, LA might get a bid. They are going to get a bid either 2024 or 2028.
Yeah, we still haven't experienced like a Summer Olympics in America, right?
Us?
Oh,
yeah, our generation.
No. Yeah, because
the last one was '96.
I think so. That was Atlanta.
Oh, dang. Just missed it.
I mean, I was 2 months, but...
Yeah.
Just missed it.
Yeah, this will be our first American Summer Olympics.
If it happens.
Yeah, I don't think...
No, it's already a lock. LA's getting either 2024 or 2028.
That's so far.
We just gotta make it there.
Yeah, we just have to live. We just have to not die.
That's our only job.
Yeah.
We've done that for a good
like,
while now.
We'll be kind of old when that happens.
It really will.
Our lives will be completely different.
Yeah.
We probably won't be doing Trigger Podcast.
We'll be like 33-ish.
No, we'll be doing Trigger Podcast, but just
from
far away.
You will be 30. I don't know. 2024, 2028.
I'll be 28.
Yeah.
2024.
You'll be 30.
Yeah, I'll be 27.
I'll be 28.
You'll be 28.
I'll be 27 still.
I'll be 28.
Yeah.
Y'all
For
be
a few days.
27-ish.
Yeah, we'll be young.
Man.
Old man.
We're
still be in our 20s.
We're about to be in our 20s. Y'all about to be in our 20s. I'm like very, very beginning.
You've moved past the novelty of being 20 already.
Yeah.
Not entirely, but like of the newness of it.
I'm still like experiencing 21. So
I'm not saying Shiloh's 30 already. I'm just saying like of the newness.
Your 20s are over.
You turn 21, it's like, all right, you might as well be 30.
You know what's also cool is that like in these like this next decade, we have to refer to it as the 20s.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Cause like
cool.
when you think of the 20s,
People can be
you think
swing
of the
dancing all over the place.
You think of the 1920s, like in history books and stuff. Like what happened in the 20s, the Great Depression. You know, it's like. What's
Is that a prediction?
No. In the past 1920s.
Oh no.
The past 20s.
Now we're gonna have to clarify.
So what I'm saying is that like, It's like you have to clarify
That's
which
2 whole
20.
new syllables we
Yeah,
have to add now.
you're gonna be like, what 20s are you talking about? This 20s or like the last 20? Oh, yeah. So
Do you think they had that problem in the 1920s when they were talking?
We're like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, the 1820s
Yeah.
just happened.
they really were.
Well, couldn't we say that about? No, no one talks
No,
about
nobody
1917.
says-
no one
Nothing
talks, no
happened
one
in
talks about the
1917.
tens.
Yeah, nobody talks about the 1910s, the teens.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
No.
But the 20s, now we're gonna get to like the 100-year anniversary of the 27 Yankees. And,
Yeah, and then you're
Oh,
talking
that's
about,
weird.
And you're talking about like
That's weird.
the 30s music 100th year anniversary.
A
You know?
sports
like,
team will be 100. Well, they already are. But
Yeah,
Or like
the
irrelevant.
Cubs win 100. Yeah, it would be like a relevant,
Yeah.
like big thing. Be like 100 years old now.
wow, we're old. We're
No,
not.
We're young. History is old. That's not the problem.
Breaking
here.
news. History old.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
Man, that's great.
2020. What did you think? Like, people thought in 1920, but what would be like in 2020?
Probably a lot better and different.
People definitely thought more things would float.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like on water, but like in the air.
In the air, yeah. They got the airplane right. they got the. What was the air?
They probably.
There was rumblings
they probably-
of airplane rumors, right? 20s.
Wait.
Yeah.
There, a Woj bomb dropped, and they're like, airplane invented.
I mean, there's been like talks like flight machines since like
Like
the
the Wright
1700s.
brothers.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
like 20s, teens, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, I hope no historians watch the Checkered podcast. We're gonna get destroyed all over this video today.
I hope somebody comments. That'd be funny. But yeah, it's like
Why did?
they thought things would be in the air more. I think.
Maybe not.
Yeah, no, I feel like
who,
that.
who
Like,
thought we were gonna get to the moon though?
but people definitely thought we'd be more in the air. Like, have you seen those pictures from like the 40s?
Yeah.
They're like, we'll have flying cars. Which flying cars, terrible idea. Like car wrecks now
Safety
are
hazards.
bad. Imagine getting in
Well,
like
there's actually talks of Bell Helicopter making a type of Uber type vehicle where it'd be like a helicopter.
Uber Air.
Basically Uber Air for Bell Helicopter, and it'd be like helicopters.
Uber Air. That'd be so
And
expensive.
Dallas is one of the test sites.
Oh no!
So
I
Careful
know
driving.
there's like Uber version of like pets and like dogs.
Wag.
You can.
Jerry Jones won't need his private
Yeah.
helicopter anymore.
Oh,
Except he'll probably keep it. It's just for the
if he's still
It's not for the billionaires. This is for the millionaires. This is the millionaires, so they can ride
I
around
don't think it's
helicopters.
the like 100,000aires. Maybe. No, you're probably right. Millionaires.
It's probably a very expensive
It's probably not an Uber.
commodity.
But yeah, like the Elon Musk type of situations are like
With the
happening
Teslas
now.
and
Like
the
LA,
SpaceX.
like they're digging.
Oh, the
underground.
Hyperloops.
He wants to
Yeah.
go to Mars in like 5 years.
Yeah,
Hey, I mean, I'll graduate.
we went to the Mars in like the
Let's-
60s.
let's
What's
do it.
like holding us back? You know.
No, we went to the moon in the 60s.
well, moon. That's right. Whatever.
Not the same thing.
No, he wants
I
to
think
take
20
a community. to,
2030
like,
is like Mars.
I heard something like he wants to take like.
That's what he wants to do. Or that's what
people-
you think?
That's what he wants to do.
Yeah, I think he wants to take like a neighborhood and put it on like.
Without
either-
them knowing,
either the-
he just like they can wake up, they
The
walk outside,
moon-
and they're like, "What is going on?"
the moon or the Mars or some or
The
Mars.
Mars?
And I remember watching a TED talk with Elon Musk, and he was talking about that. I was like, who would want to like, who wants to sign a petition to live on Mars or
Someone
the moon?
will.
But then I was
Someone.
like, yeah,
Not me.
someone living like somewhere will want to do that.
There will
think-
definitely be tape delays on Mars.
Absolutely. But let's think of things that will be on Mars. Tape delay.
Tape delay.
I mean,
Probably not water.
Yeah, what's the dairy situation like up there? I need
Can
my
I get
milk.
some chocolate milk
what's
on
better
Mars?
to live on, Mars or the moon?
The moon.
moon.
You can like
Okay.
the moon's like a
Significantly
stone.
Maybe it's the
closer.
neighborhood to the moon.
It's like a stone's throw away.
I think it's the moon that he wants to.
Moon's like a
neighborhood.
hop, skip, and a jump away.
Both
from
there's a ton of problems with actually putting people on there.
Both Earth is probably the more
There's a lot
sufficient
of, there's a
option.
lot of risks.
There's a fun Vsauce video about like what would happen if a baby was born in space or not
Like
on Earth.
oops or like intentional.
Intentionally a
That'd be
baby
hilarious.
being born and like developed and like growing somewhere else besides Earth. Like there would be a lot of problems.
Would they have tentacles?
No, but their muscles would be like because they
That'd
would have
be-
never like
They'd be strong BBs or weak BBs?
very weak babies.
Oh no.
And then they would actually start to be like deformed looking because they haven't been able to like ever walk.
So if
Or-
we send people to Mars in like this super cool spaceships and like, hey, you stay there. You can't come back. Here's a cow. Chocolate milk.
Here's your cow for your chocolate milk. It's a brown one.
It's a chicken.
Here's a chicken.
Do what you will. And then like they come back like
We send like a Noah's Ark with like 2 of every animal.
they come back like
That's a
200
cool
years
idea.
later, and they just look completely different, but they're like still people. Would there be like a war between? I guess it'd be Martians and humans.
It could be.
They would be completely Martians at that point.
Yeah.
Would it? Oh my gosh,
They
we're coming
could-
up something deep right now.
There's so many
Variables.
variables with this situation.
Okay.
I think that's why everybody's just kind of hesitant about this.
I want Chewies on
Hesitant,
Mars.
and you can't do this.
Yeah.
Like, it's not possible yet.
It's not like willy-nilly. It's not like, you guys want to go to Mars next week? You guys want to go hang out?
Yeah. So, are you talking about what Chewies?
I want a Chewies on Mars. If I'm going to Mars, I gotta have my Chewies.
Maybe that's where,
Mars is in Chewies?
that's where you could put this variable. Like have like
Chewies?
something where you can visit Mars, like a
Oh,
food
I would
restaurant.
visit Mars in a
Yeah, so that's
heartbeat.
why maybe that's
It's a
the first
vacation
step.
spot.
Right? If I could
So
come
that's
back.
the first step.
If I could come back.
Yeah, it's like you eat.
That's the big thing. Because if I'm there and I'm stuck there, I'm not going. But if I can
Or-
come back.
They could do this. Take the best restaurant, like take a big poll,
Chewies.
or like let's say the
McDonald's.
best restaurants: Chick-fil-A's, Chewy's, and McDonald's. Take those 3 restaurants. Eliminate them from the earth.
No, stop!
Dude,
What
no,
is this?
Eliminate them from the earth. Move them to Mars, and you have to make people visit.
What kind of dictatorship of
No,
Mars
that's-
are you running?
I don't like this.
I mean, I like
That's
Chewies
the-
and all,
that's the
but...
only-
Why can't they just expand
No.
the franchise? Why do they have to like?
No,
be
because
like,
that's what like
Shiloh,
people.
do you know how bad for business
No,
it would
no.
be to entirely
Well,
move to
well,
Mars?
Yeah, like
There's no
Mars.
one there.
You know, Elon Musk will have to buy them out, of course. Something.
Okay, he's got money. But to outright buy
Okay, whatever.
freaking
Okay.
the biggest food company.
So what I'm
in-
saying is that like, who would want to go to Chewy's on Mars when you have Chewy's here?
You
So
just-
it's like you have to force people to get to Mars. So you have to
Put a commodity there that isn't here.
Yes, you have to like reward them for going to Mars and risking their lives.
Send our McDonald's,
The NBA
send our
yes,
Walmart.
The Super Bowl is only
On
Mars.
The Super Bowl is on Mars.
Unless you want to get it on tape delay, you better go.
Yes.
It's tape delayed if you
Yes.
don't come.
Yeah, so it's like you have to have an incentive, like contract incentives.
Contract.
Yeah,
incentive.
so yeah.
if going to Mars,
You're not
was-
allowed on any part of this. All right.
If going to Mars, like, what if you go to Mars and you literally restart like Earth's history from scratch? And
You,
like,
you could write your own history
It's like-
books and no one would be
like-
able to argue.
Yeah,
with
like
it.
the
These same exact things
make
happen.
something-
We do what?
if say you're Elon Musk, hi Mr. Elon, and I'm like, if you go to Mars, everything that's ever happened on Earth will happen on Mars, almost exactly the same.
That's scary.
Would you do it, or would you be like, forget
Well,
that?
people,
Yeah, sure.
people, you know the ins and outs, and you can like buy stocks on this. You know,
You're not gonna live the whole time.
you could.
The first few years are gonna be kind of rough.
First few years, yeah, first like 8 or
I'll come
9.
in like in the 1980s then or something.
How old? Time is not like super
Maybe
fast
you
on
can- You can
Mars.
start on the 1970s. I don't.
Why do you, Shiloh?
I'm trying to like. I don't know.
I know you want to go to
I
Mars.
wanna live on Mars. But I want incentives.
Years would be long too. Like,
But like,
a year's like 100 days longer there if you go by like
Earth
the
days.
Mars revolution.
Or think about it.
Or
Earth
would they
days
keep
are shorter.
would they keep the Earth calendar?
Oh, that's a good
no, like days are faster on Mars. Well, not figurative, but like, I don't know how to explain this.
Does that mean life's shorter on Earth?
You know how like the gravity is different and everything.
Hmm. Keep going.
I'm trying to like rethink of like
Go ahead.
high school and not anatomy.
Anatomy?
Astronomy.
Mars
Right.
isn't in you.
Mars has a longer revolution and I believe a longer rotation also.
Yeah, rotation.
So
that's what I meant.
Days would be longer
Yeah,
and the years
there
would
we
be
go.
longer. But would they just keep like a clock that was like LA time zone, and so you could just be sitting in Mars and be like, yeah,
Like
it's like 8 o'clock, when in reality it's like pitch black outside.
Like
It'd be so
projected clock.
confusing.
yeah.
It'd be so
They
confusing.
probably wouldn't use Earth time.
Yeah, they would just.
Or
I don't
Earth
know, they would
calendar.
have to.
What would their
something.
month be called?
They're
I don't
the
know, because
same.
like our months are like based on like growing seasons, and you can't grow anything there. So
They'll have to like They have to like eliminate like 3 months or something to equivalate with the Earth's.
What did you just
count-
say?
Equivalate.
you'd have to like
The verb version of.
For some reason, that sounded like you made up a word.
No, it's,
Is that a okay?
I don't. it
So
might be.
if you go to Mars and like I said, everything starts over exactly the same, what would be the next Mars for Mars? What would be Mars's
Saturn?
Mars? Saturn? Not like the other like way.
Jupiter's the next planet, but you're not.
Is Mars that way or that way?
I have no
Is
idea.
Mars left to right?
I like to
Earth's,
think of them
Earth's
as all
planet
stacked.
3, Mars planet 4.
Okay, so it's the good way.
Yes, well, you're going away from the sun.
Yeah, it's the good way. Well, neither is the good way, but it's the good way.
But
So Jupiter would be.
or you could
Man.
go the other way and go back to Venus.
Venus would be nice. It has a nice name. There's probably a lot of tennis there.
There's a lot of Venus quakes.
Is Mars probably the only one that's like, yeah, let's go there?
Well, for now, yeah.
Yeah.
No, because I mean Jupiter's like all like stormy.
Jupiter's a gaseous planet that has like the hurricane eye the size of 3 Earths.
Wow. But Jupiter is huge, so it's like,
But it's all like not all gas, but it's a lot of gas there.
man, that's crazy. Yeah. I don't
Venus is like, you said.
Very
There's some
hot.
way. There's some way somehow.
Let's
don't
just
know.
keep it. Let's just stay here.
This
I'm
is
fine being here.
this
Moral of
is
the story: let's stay here.
Don't move the Super
That's-
Bowl to Mars.
That's the moral of the story.
Yeah.
That might be one of my favorite conversations we've
Alright.
had.
So
like
what's
ever.
Yeah.
So what's happening
Just-
in the movie world?
Movie.
Baby Driver.
Baby Driver's really good.
Baby Driver's really good.
I saw Spider-Man.
I have not seen Spider-Man
too.
yet.
It's so good.
It was well. It was very good.
I tried to
I
see
liked
it,
it.
but a very unfortunate circumstance happened. So
Yeah.
so I went.
What?
I bought my tickets beforehand because the movie was at like 10:30. So me and my brother and my cousin, we buy our tickets. We're gonna come back to the theater and watch it because I don't know. I figured it might have been sold out later. Anyways, safety precautions. We bought the tickets first, and then we go get something to eat, go back home, and then it gets time to go back to the movie theater. I lost my wallet with the tickets in there, and that was very sad.
Oh.
That's really sad.
Did you find your wallet?
No.
You still haven't found your wallet?
I think I left it at the place we went to eat. And they
Did you
don't
go
have
back
it.
and check?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
If you feel I'm
that's
fine,
bad.
if you find Blake's wallet and you don't give
You
it to
left
him,
your
we're
wallet
sending
in
you
my
to
car.
Mars
I
Well,
did.
and my house.
Keep up
I'm
with
never
your
wearing
wallets.
basketball shorts again.
Keep up with your wallets, man.
We should get him a wallet with a chain.
No, I'm pretty good about like I check my pockets every time I get up for something.
What's in your wallet that you think? What's in your pocket that you think is your wallet?
My phone.
But there's one of them. You should be like, okay, that's
No,
one.
that's
the other.
what I usually do. I guess I just didn't that day. And I knew I left my wallet in your car when
Yeah.
we played basketball
Oh, yeah.
because I didn't bring it out.
You also left
I
it at
just
my
couldn't
house.
find it. I also left it.
Yeah.
It fell out.
And your phone's perpetually dying.
Right.
Yeah.
It has 16%.
That's wow.
It's pretty good.
That's decent.
Well, I saw 4 movies in like 4 days.
Really?
Wonder Woman, Spider-Man, Baby Driver, and It Comes at Night. So
That's a pretty good.
let me rank them.
Yeah.
Number 1, Spider-Man. Number 2, Baby
I
Driver.
missed one of
3, Wonder Woman. 4, It Comes at Night.
What was that?
It Comes at Night.
I was trying to know all of them. I was trying to remember.
Spider-Man,
Okay.
Baby Driver,
Wonder
Wonder Woman. It Comes at Night.
You named all 4, and as you were naming them, I was like, wait, I missed one of them. Which one was it?
Spider-Man. I guess it's really good, huh?
It's really
Yeah, it's-
good.
Huh.
I
It's-
highly suggest it.
yeah.
It's funny.
I don't
good.
like. I don't know what to
Acting's
say.
good.
I don't want to like
Yeah.
spoil anything.
That's good.
Yeah, this is what happens.
Yes. You seen Baby? Yeah, we've all seen Baby Driver, right?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
might not have.
Well, it's been out for like months, so
It's been out
It's
for
been
2 weeks.
Well-
yeah, 2 weeks.
Wonder Woman
This-
was good.
Yeah, it's
I
not
saw it with
spoiled.
my
Baby Driver.
parents.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, saw it with my parents. But yeah, I usually go on these like movie
Yeah, I
like
remember.
streaks.
yeah.
Like I always do that for some reason.
It's cheaper.
Yeah, I do the I love the like back to back movie thing I do with Valley. Oh yeah, and this too. Yeah, the Valley View. Shout out to Valley View Movies.
Stay open, please.
My dad said it's gonna close down,
Yeah, they're tearing it down.
but like I've heard that for like
A year.
Yeah, so like.
Takes a long time. Do you think they're sending it to Mars?
I
They gotta
would
have something
to go to Mars.
Okay, I know we keep going back to this, but like, what are they gonna do there? Because there's, it's not like they're gonna send them there and they'll
Science
just be like,
experience.
Just be like farm, just go farm for us.
There's gonna be someone that's gonna. They're gonna have 5 people or something that like you could die. You're going to die probably.
Yeah, you're going to die at some point.
But you're
probably
gonna be
on
famous.
Mars.
But you're gonna be famous, so there's gonna be at least 3 or 4 people that would do that.
What are they gonna do for recreation? That's also not enough people to like populate Mars.
They're not trying to populate Mars.
I think they're trying to populate Mars. I think it's like 13 people or something they're trying to send.
Start with
Even still, that's uneven.
Start with like a man and a woman. Just
Well,
No.
that's kind of
just
few generations down. We might have some problems.
I don't know. That's I don't know what else to do with Mars.
Anyways.
I'm sorry, keep going back to Mars. I'm just concerned for the
But-
future Martians.
I don't know. That's just. Well, I saw talking about movies. I saw something on Netflix. The Zodiac. That's an old movie, I think, made 10 years ago. Jake Gyllenhaal. Have you seen that?
The guy that ran for president?
No. The Zodiac.
Killer?
That's Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
The Zodiac Killer?
That's from like the Zodiac Killer is based off this movie and everything.
Which is based off Ted Cruz.
I guess.
I'm using like a year-old joke
Grayson
right now.
Allen.
Yeah. And Grayson Allen.
But yeah, it was a good movie. Y'all been watching any Netflix stuff?
I started watching this show called Peaky Blinders,
Peaky
which
Blinders.
it's a British show, and I've heard nothing but like really good things about it. It's about a street gang during World War One, I believe. It's really good, but like it's really slow. I've only gotten through one episode, to be fair. It's an hour long, and I'm terrible at watching shows.
Street gang, meaning like what was it? Like Al Pacino type of
Not
old
like
school.
sideways gun, I'm gonna shoot
Yeah.
you, but like
That type.
pay
okay.
me and I'll not
Yeah.
do this kind of stuff.
That's
It
interesting.
it has, I can't remember his name, Cillian Murphy. Have you seen Red Eye?
No.
Scarecrow, I think, from
Oh,
I
okay.
said Back to the Future. Scarecrow from Batman. I
Yeah.
think that's him. Yeah, it's really good. Ish. I had to watch more of it to give you a full in-depth thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm terrible with watching shows. Like, the only shows I've watched all the way through is Gotham, Stranger Things, and Malcolm in the Middle.
No.
One of those
Yeah.
drastically
Are
different.
you one of those like you find a show and then you just like binge watch the crap out of it?
No,
Like,
I can't.
oh, okay.
Like, the most episodes I can watch in a day is 3, and that's if I'm really pushing.
yeah, same. But like watching 2 to 3 episodes is rare in the first
Yeah.
place. But
If I'm with people, I'm fine. I'm like, let's
Yeah.
watch this all day. But for whatever reason, I'm by myself, and I'm like, there's a wall right there.
my type of binge watching is like 1 episode a night. If I like 1 episode a night before going to bed, that's
Yeah.
like
That's
when
how
I'm
I watch-
really loving a show.
That's how I
you
watch
know?
Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah. Is it any for you? Nothing?
No, not
Nothing?
really.
No
I
Netflix?
don't Netflix
No-
much.
no Netflix?
Not like during the school year, I would watch like Cosmos and tried Malcolm in the Middle for a bit. I don't know. Parks and Rec. That's always
It's
a
a
good
classic.
one. But honestly, not that big into just watching
Yeah.
TV
Yeah, I'm not
shows.
either.
Yeah, I go in very like
Like I watch Stranger
Spurs.
Things.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really weird. Like, I would,
Yeah.
like I said, I'd absolutely be able to, like, if we were just hanging out, I'd absolutely be able to watch it
Yeah.
all day.
I did really like Stranger Things.
It's really
I'm
good.
excited for
The
season 2.
soundtrack is so good.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
synth, it's
But
amazing.
yeah, I'm not like a mainstream binge watcher. Like all
I've
these
watched
people in the world.
4
are
seasons
like,
in 2 days.
Oh my god, watch a season today.
It's like,
I was
why?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, just thinking about that, I'm like, wow, that's so many hours in a row.
There's something they forgot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many episodes that
Oh, yeah.
probably just run.
They
with
run
each
together.
other. Yeah, so it's like,
Like, I mean, I guess you could say the same thing if you don't watch them. If you watch them
yeah.
so spread
but
apart. But, I mean,
I think you watch them. I think you notice more if you watch it like once a day, like
Yeah.
separated.
yeah.
Because you think it's just one big episode. If you watch the season.
Sounds like, do you remember in episode 2 when this happened? You're like,
Yeah.
no, that was episode 1. That's not that crucial of
Yeah.
an argument, but
Yeah.
I've been
Like-
watching Masters of None.
Masters of
Master of
None.
None.
With
Aziz Ansari.
Yeah, I really like it. I like it is what it is. It's very generic, normal, like I don't even very
I like Aziz
I love
Ansari.
Aziz, yeah.
Yeah.
His main
I
I
love
watched-
that time when we met like a copycat of Aziz.
Oh my gosh, I was
I'll never forget copycat Aziz Ansari.
copycat. If you're watching this, why are you watching this?
Yeah.
I'm
I'm-
watching this.
I'm sorry,
Wait.
I never called anybody.
Yeah, it was a little late for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway,
is there anything?
I've-
go ahead.
I was going to. I want to watch like shows like Game of Thrones and stuff like that, but there's like 7
Yeah.
seasons, and I'm so far behind.
I think
I'm
Game
like,
of Thrones.
it's too far
If you
gone.
haven't started, you've missed the
I'm too
drift.
far gone,
Like, you just,
especially if
like-
you can't.
I've always
watch.
said I wanted to like read the books. If I ever watched, I would want to read the books at least like while I'm watching or beforehand. Those are some long books, and that's
Yeah.
a lot of.
That's like a double chore.
That's like a You can't do it.
Chore.
I would have to like drop out of school and like.
You should follow like line by line.
Yeah.
This show. And when it starts like diverging, you're just done.
Yeah.
You just lie over. Yeah.
Great.
That's something I could never do.
Lie over?
Uh,
Lie. What am I saying? Lie over?
Lie like lying over
I think I'm saying like.
or lying over.
Where's
and over
over
again.
coming from?
I don't know.
It's like just lie down,
That's just English.
lean over.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what you're talking
English
about.
is weird.
So in the past month, has anything triggered y'all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, wrap it up. We're done.
This is good talk. This is good talk, guys.
So what's
You go ahead.
any details?
Wait, you go.
Okay.
I can.
If
go.
someone has one.
Yeah, I can start.
'Cause I had one yesterday.
Want me to
I
start?
can't-
I can start if you want.
Okay, you can start.
No, please
I
go.
only have one, and it's very minor. I hate when it's like talking about NBA basketball.
Yes, I got mine.
There's one in NBA basketball where like all these guys are making moves, like these teams are making moves, like OKC Thunder getting Paul George, Rockets getting CP3 and all that, and then like people comment like, oh, they're still gonna be better than the Warriors though. They're not gonna beat the Warriors. I'm like, well, no, duh.
Shut up and watch.
Like just
Be happy.
can't they just like be happy like going to teams and playing basketball? And it's just like, well, yeah, nobody's gonna beat the Warriors. Not expecting
For a
that.
while.
It's like I don't know. It's like
Who
your
knows?
25th birthday or something, and somebody's like, "Oh, you're still gonna die." And it's like, I'm like, can I like enjoy life? I don't know. So it's
If
like,
you have a
that's-
friend that it's your birthday, they're like, "Happy birthday," but you're still gonna die. Don't be their friend.
yeah, so it's just like I don't know.
For me, it's the free agency right now, and all these like young, unproven people getting these ridiculous contracts.
Yeah,
Like, I feel like I'm one of the only few people. This is gonna sound super pretentious. I don't mean it that way, but it's like this is gonna hurt these teams and these players
Yeah.
and the league and like.
but I think it's just gonna get even worse. Like, I
I
think
don't think it's gonna hurt. I mean, I don't think it's gonna hurt the
There's
league.
only so much money to go
But-
around.
It's gonna. I think it actually could because it's gonna hurt these middle tier teams, like these small markets. Like the Wizards shouldn't have matched Otto Porter's max contract.
No.
He's not a max player. They should have been like,
You-
well, bye. I'm glad you got paid. Kelly Oubre, you're our starting small
You
forward
are
did
now.
the Nets max him or like
The Nets maxed
Yeah.
him, and then the Wizards matched.
so it's like you gotta think like yeah, the Nets they're gonna max anybody they can get their hands on. So it's like
Yeah. They've thrown like 4 max offers
Yeah,
at
just-
players the last 2 off seasons.
It's just. I mean, it helps teams like the Mavs because now Nerlens isn't getting a max contract. I don't think there's a market for it at all anymore, which that's good. But long term wise, I think this is good right now for the league because they're like, oh, we're making all this money, we can pay the people more. But long term, I think it's gonna hurt a lot of stuff that we don't think about because it's like these dudes who are below average are making $20 million a year.
Yeah,
That's not
it's
good.
not going to help parity because all these like low market teams are going to have to overpay to keep their like starters.
Yeah, like Alan Crabb was like the 17th highest paid player last year.
Portland's just dumb.
I always think of Tyler Johnson. His
Yeah.
contract
Tyler Johnson.
last year.
That was the Nets too. The Nets offered him that, and then the Heat matched. The Heat.
Timothy Mozgov.
There was no reason the Heat
Yeah.
needed to match that.
What was the Tyler Johnson one? Like 4 years, 60 mil. Something?
It's 17 a year, 17 million a year for Tyler Johnson.
What did he do
He's averaging 13.
13's all right.
Yeah, that's
for 17 mil?
No, not for 17
Yeah.
mil. For like 8 or 9 maybe.
He has more rebounds than assists, and he's a point guard.
He plays a lot of shooting guard with
Oh,
Dragic.
right, is he? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my thing. It's just these stupid contracts for.
Well, I thought I had one,
What?
but I was thinking about it now, and it's like, it's not that big a deal. But I was still really upset about it. So,
Okay.
Lonzo Ball pulled out of the game last night, or just decided not to play
Yeah.
against De'Aaron Fox. He
He hurt his groin.
hurt his groin.
Yeah.
Apparently, it wasn't serious though. It was mostly for rest. And I'm like, dude, you're 19, and this dude just dissed you.
Like, he will drop
Unless-
40 on you. My boy will drop 40 on you.
Lonzo's not a scorer.
He will drop 40 on you.
Fox got outplayed
He might.
by that random dude too.
Yeah, Fox hasn't been great in the
He's been good
Summer League.
offensively.
He's been good, not great though. I'd say he's probably the 5th or 6th most impressive rookie so far. But
Who's your first? Are you?
honestly, Tatum.
I was gonna say, are you biased?
Yeah.
Tatum
been
honestly
amazing.
has been, but Dennis Smith is a close second.
Yeah.
That boy can play.
Yep.
Let me tell you what. He has a really good story too.
Pretty good.
Thank
He
you,
does.
Knicks.
Yeah.
I still think
And it'll be cool with J. Cole coming to Mavs games.
Tatum, I will say, does look like the player who is really good in the summer league, and then he gets to league, and you're like, what are you doing?
So
Why are you
the
back?
thing I noticed about him, just real quick, is that he has a lot of great like post moves and moves in general, but a lot of these moves that he's going, it's like off of switches. So like when a point guard is getting switched on him,
Yeah.
and he's abusing the good for him. He knows how to like abuse a mismatch. And Brad Stevens will obviously put him in those situations, but he's not a perfect player yet.
And when you get like an Amir Johnson's on their team, like a James Johnson or like those kind of guys, that's not gonna happen. They're not gonna move.
Yeah, but he's shown a little bit off the bounce, which I was worried about. He's shown that he can drive past people if they're not in the right space defensively. So
yeah, I still think he'll be a good player, but he does look like that guy that's good in summer league, and then he gets to the real thing, and you're like,
we'll see.
All right.
I'm pro Jason Tatum. He's not.
I'm even. I'm like,
No,
whatever happens, happens.
don't buy
He's
it.
even.
Yeah,
Maybe. And
Maybe.
this was a pretty chill pot.
this was really chill.
I slammed the table once. I threw this at Shiloh.
We had a very good conversation
That's what
about
I'm saying,
Mars.
We're chilling.
Yeah, this is fun.
Is that all the triggered things?
I think so.
I think I'm triggered at Mars now.
I mean,
Honestly-
we still got time to kill, so.
Elon. I'll just talk about Elon for a little bit.
Look
so.
at the.
All right. Well.
Call him out.
Are you like?
No, I love
Yeah.
Oh, I do too.
SpaceX a lot. I don't think the Hyperloop is a good idea at all. If you know anything about Hyperloop, that's
For those that don't.
Is that
Briefly.
the underground?
no, it's above ground. It's
Oh.
basically a so it's a pressurized vacuum,
Like a Dyson?
not like a
Pressurized-
vacuum, but like
like a
it
Dyson.
creates a vacuum in this pressurized tube, and it's supposed to like be this like comparatively wise, like a super fast train goes like
Yeah.
700-800 miles per hour. You can get from San Francisco to LA in like 30 minutes. That's the proposed
Yeah.
idea.
So it's like a plane on the ground that's twice as
Basically.
fast.
Yeah, or just about as fast.
Hmm.
And
Well,
I
so
don't think it'd be. Will it be
it's faster. It's faster.
Wow.
Like twice
But
as
It's like
fast.
they should just work on the airplanes
It's
instead.
very
I don't know.
scary,
fix this.
very
Just fix-
dangerous. But I love what SpaceX is doing with re-entry.
Tesla. I know it's not SpaceX, but it's Elon Musk.
Teslas are cool.
I love
But
Teslas.
the re-entry thing is like, honestly, maybe the most exciting thing in space.
So what?
since-
Oh, is that the Mars stuff?
So, well, re-entry. So like, SpaceX now has shuttles that can like re-enter the atmosphere and they can land and reuse, which is cutting back tons on costs. So
He's kind of a smart guy.
he's really smart. Please give me an
Yeah.
internship next summer.
I saw his TED talk and he's just very like, yeah, I want to go to Mars.
And he's
in
bold.
2025.
He's bold too. He's not just smart and like.
I like the way Shelly said that. Yeah, I want to.
Yeah,
I want to
no,
go
that's
to Mars.
exactly what he
Yeah.
says. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Mars 2030.
It's like he has these like crazy ideas and he's like, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, very just.
He's like if we just suddenly had money.
Yeah, if we had
Yeah.
money and we were a lot smarter.
Yeah,
Able-
like if
able
I
to,
had
like, do
money,
these
I'd
things.
absolutely be like, yeah, let's go to Mars.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
let's go to
we
Mars.
gotta get that money first.
Let's put something that's as fast as a spaceship on the ground
For no real reason.
just because.
Just for fun, like
Just take up more
America's been
space.
boring lately, you know. I don't know.
It's been boring lately.
Yeah.
We need some
So-
fast. Let's go. I want to go fast.
Tesla's SpaceX is cool.
I'm still-
Elon Musk is cool.
Like, what do you? I know we keep going back, but what
What-
are you gonna
what-
do on Mars for fun?
I don't. That's
It's not
the
for
whole money
fun.
situation
It's-
thing. It's just like
You need like
There's a lot of things that we could discover about like how to help Earth on Mars.
okay, I
I feel like
get,
there's like more technical,
It's gonna be-
technological
but
advancements.
it's not
Yeah.
like we're sending robots there. We're like work and do nothing else. They need like downtime and like to relax. What are they gonna read? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
reading it's old.
Watch tape delays.
Yeah,
The big
that's just
three.
how. That's
Of
just
the big three. I'm so sorry.
You just get the big three and that's it.
That's
What if they?
terrible.
What if they like? For whatever reason, they did like a military draft for who they send to Mars, and like us three
That
get
would
picked.
be. That
And
would
the
be.
entire way, we're just like,
We'd be really famous, and if we survive, we'd have a lot of money.
I don't think it's dying. I think it's dying when you're there. You're dying.
Yeah.
You're gonna die.
I know you thought when you go to Mars you live for
I don't know.
20,000 years, but
I don't know.
Mars, man, Mars.
I proposed this business idea to David earlier today. I was gonna propose it to you. How about a when we have money, of
I don't know what
course,
he's talking about.
we're gonna start a. Well, I'm gonna start a.
Wow,
I don't know.
this dude just sent us both out.
Y'all can join if y'all
He
want.
hadn't even
I don't
started
know.
and he's shutting us
So
out.
like a coffee, sports, and music bar.
Sounds fantastic.
Incorporates sports and music, of course, and coffee and like the alcohol scene, bar scene,
Really
in
funny.
one.
He's like coffee, sports, and what did you say? Coffee, sports, and music, and he's like, it incorporates dance and art. He's just like, what?
Yeah, so it's like, what was it? Because I was trying to think of something like I love everything.
Because it could be like this chill place you could go during the day with your coffee, and you could just be watching, I don't know, Sports Center, whatever, tape delays,
or like some, or like some meditation videos on TV. I don't know.
Yeah, just something chill, and then like
A rowdy
like
bar
6.
scene.
and then at night it kind of turns into this cool, like I like it.
I just think of like basic white girl coffee shop mixed with like wild bar.
The
And together.
triggered
What?
bar.
Triggered bar coffee. I
We're
don't know.
we're working on it. We're working on
Yeah,
it.
so
I like
it's
it
a
though.
very interesting idea, and I just think of it like serve coffee from like 6 a.m. to like 5 p.m. Have a cutoff, and then alcohol.
it's
from
closed-
5
it's
p.m.
Like closed for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours.
Just like
No, you
just
kinda
in
have to.
coffee.
Yeah, you kind of want to close it.
Well,
though.
okay, I guess yeah.
There's
To
places
get
like
everybody out,
there's places
and
like
then like 6 p.m. to close. Serve alcohol and the regular food, of course.
I mean,
snacks
obviously
and
you're
stuff.
not like get out
Yeah,
at
yeah.
5. But
So it's like it's like two businesses
or there could be
in
like
one.
an underground where if you still want to go like just
Yeah,
chill
You have to know a
coffee.
code.
you can incorporate.
there's a
that.
shady guy in the corner that
Yeah.
if you say like milkshake to him, he like takes you downstairs.
It's a very
Yeah.
small place to have
like
coffee.
like
Yeah.
a separate place where you can still like chill and study, but then if you want a study break, you just go
Yeah.
upstairs and
Yeah.
like go crazy for about 30 minutes or an hour.
Yeah.
Upstairs, downstairs.
Downstairs is the chill part.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like 3 stories.
3 stories.
Middle's like-
Upstairs, the complete crazy.
Shouldn't they be downstairs? Because complete crazy will like shake things. Crazy shakes thing.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure all
Throw
that
back
out.
to like the Kyle concert at the Loft where we
Yeah.
broke the floor.
Yeah, that's not good.
That was,
Breaking floors is bad.
that was fun. It almost
Yeah.
got the concert shut down. But
What would be the first concert on Mars?
Pitbull.
yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Dude,
Mr. 305.
I hate Pitbull.
I just thought of like a retired, like past his prime, but wants to be in his prime artist. And he was relevant yesterday. So
I was talking about Shiloh. I was talking to Shiloh yesterday. It's like Pitbull's like the dad of music, who's trying to be really cool, like trying way too hard to be
Yeah.
cool.
how about the tucked jersey look
Yeah.
yesterday?
Whose jersey did he steal?
some child's. I
Like,
don't
hey,
know.
give me that.
Yeah.
305 is like, sure. Pitbull.
Yeah. Pitbull, man.
Goodness
That's
gracious.
exactly what I was going to
Yeah,
say. I'm so
that's
glad.
good.
I guess it's
that
official.
happened.
You heard it here first. Pitbull.
Pitbull. First concert.
Pitbull, first concert on Mars.
Yeah.
58.
That's wow. Progressive. How old will he be? Like 80?
Yeah.
I can see that. 80-year-old Pitbull. Bunch of 60-year-olds.
I
Well,
like it.
is that it? Anything
So.
else on your mind?
I'm trying real hard, but I can't think of anything
Alright.
else.
Well,
That's
we're
it.
good. I think this is a wrap.
Yeah.
We're an hour 50-ish. Yeah.
We did it again.
Yeah. No,
Did we?
this is a good time.
Okay.
It's good. The last time we were past 2 hours, we were like, yeah,
It was like 10 minutes longer than this.
it was a movie. But yeah, whatever. So, my name's Shiloh,
I'm David.
I'm Blake.
and this has been the Triggered
The Triggered
Podcast. Boom.
Bye bye.